What's that stat on the British? He hasn't scored. He scored 8 Premier League goals.
Yeah, I think
that's the max he scored.
Yes, and Mbeumo scored 20.
Immediately.
Let's just put it there. Not the agenda. They talk truth.
But the stats are the stats, right? His goal rates are not great. Yes. So don't come and expect him to score a ton of goals at Arsenal.
If Arteta doesn't win the Champions League or the Premier League, he has to be fired.
Right.
It is sorry, I take that back. He has to be prosecuted.
What is the lowest expectation for United?
Top 4. I think if he doesn't get us to top 4, he can leave. And I'm not part of those people that believe in process or take your time, wait for 7 seasons, nothing. I'm not doing that. So get me top 4 or nothing.
Right.
If he doesn't get top 4, he should be sacked. I'm not.
If it's because we're borrowing fake. It's fake. No. Give me 5 million. You understand?
You know, the guys are like characters in a film. It's like a weekly TV show. I think the camaraderie between the guys, myself, Ini, IBK, Wale, of course, as well as Rufai, creates an interesting dynamic that I think the viewers certainly relate to.
THP over the years has been a necessity, still is a necessity, you know, at a time where everything feels fast and regurgitated.
Our cultural space was craving realness, heritage, and intention, and that is why I'm able to be myself on the podcast.
Oh yeah, now predict that now.
I've seen games like these.
We've been able to move with clarity to deliver something with restraint, depth, and timeless wit. And in many ways, we've been able to reset the standard to show what is possible from an African, cultural, and storytelling perspective.
In the first half,
I don't know the game that you watched, but in that first half, the team that looked like they were going to score the most was us.
For us, it's not punditry, it's artistry. There's a self-awareness to what we're doing. For us, we're driving our cultural nuances in every single conversation, and I think that's what we keep trying to do.
THP at season 6 is a proof that when your product is sharp and your values are intact and your timing is intentional, you have a chance of building something that is authentic.
We're playing a different game, not one based on virality or chasing the algorithm, but one built on value.
We're not looking to scale at all costs. We're building substance, and we want that to scale over time.
After 6 solid years with the guys, I realized that we are not just a sports show that's entertaining, but an entertainment show that truly knows sport. I'm sure you know that already.
He just needs more oil. I will collect on 70,000. I said, this guy, he would never make it.
But all of this means nothing if no one is ready to receive it. And that's where you, the viewers, come in.
Thank you for allowing us to play our position and allowing our work to speak for itself.
So every now and then I go somewhere to different places and someone recognizes you. And that totally humbles me because of the fantastic community we've been able to build.
All of this is not enough without you guys.
Thank you and welcome.
Welcome to season 6.
Hello, everybody. Welcome along to our Hindsight Podcast Studios. I am Yubi, and so one of it. And with season 6 of THP up and running, it allows us time to cross some T's and dot some I's. Speaking of crossing T's, someone who we've been haggling over personal terms with is Tosin. Tosin, great to have you join us on the podcast today. I actually left everybody's intro to introduce you. Tosin, it's good to see you.
Oh, thank you.
How's it going? You good?
Yes, I am, of course.
Awesome. I like the hair. I like the nails. Everything looks really nice. Season 6 looks really good, right? Tosin is actually hot cake because she actually was, on another show last week. So she's making the media rounds like we did for season 6 of our Hindsight Podcast Studios. But let's get the gentlemen up and running. Starting off with last season's favorite, everyone's favorite TikTok personality, and of course, senior man. We say about Monday. Next up is A&R, Mr. Lakalo Rufai, who's got 2 phones in 12 months. Mr. Lakalo Rufai, good to have him as well.
Absolutely.
And last but not the least is IBK Sports, who has made way for ladies first, a gentleman in every true sense of the word. IBK Sports is here
Always
as well.
A gentleman.
Good to see you,
Right.
IBK.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Awesome.
If there's anything I know for a fact, unequivocally, without missing words, IBK is not a gentleman.
I don't blame you, no worry.
What kind of answer?
Why you go blame me before? I thief your money.
No, it's very good to have everybody here. Tosin, how's it going? You good?
Yes, of course. My team is doing well. Not on paper though. Allegedly. But yeah, I'm very happy and I'm excited to hear because I have things to talk about. Unlike last season, that you have to pretend to be happy.
Right.
Oh, so you were presenting last season? Oh, wow.
I tell you what, right? Tristan has been on our show, once or twice?
This is the second time.
Once, right?
Yes.
And, the first time you were on, we had people hounding us in the DM, like, bring Tristan back. Right? And, because you're actually, people come to our table and they maybe don't fit in, right? But I actually think you fit in. Totally.
Yeah, I think that's one credit I would give to her. She also people come here and then they freeze.
They freeze, yeah.
But I think you're.
She came on day one and she brought violence to the team.
Exactly. So that's really nice.
Violence in a nice way.
Yeah.
Yes,
and it's a good contrast because this is a red, this is a white. It's a nice. Last week we actually wore all black.
Everybody,
and we had to make a quick change.
And it wasn't planned.
It wasn't
planned at all.
Wasn't.
That's the second time it happened. Because the first time it happened was at the THP rendezvous Hard Rock.
Yeah.
Everybody wore black except IBK. Yeah, IBK wore white on that day. I think off-white actually.
Yeah.
Right. So I made sure to wear two colors today. White and
Just
something
in
else on
case.
top. Just in case.
Yes,
somebody
somebody
move mad. So when I saw those words, I was like, I'm good regardless.
Exactly.
Right. I saw a comment on YouTube last week, and he pretty much read. There's this guy, I don't know him, but I think it's Etiobai, that's his name, right? So he was like, "Yubi, please, like reduce the meme watch because literally last week's meme watch was 40 minutes.
It was really long.
I had to apologize to everybody because
It was really long.
we had a stack of things to
49
go through.
minutes.
But we'll try as much as possible to have it more football today. But thank you guys very much for all the nice exchanges on our comment sections, especially for the Monday virtual episode. That was really nice. Myself and me, I hadn't had any more dishonest take in my life than what I had on Monday. But I'm sure we'll have the time to go over that today, please. But I was reading something, right? And this really caught my eye. And it pretty much read, says being a guy is so funny, right? I had coffee last night before bed and left the cup in my sink, right? Then I woke up, then I had coffee again now in the morning. That's 2 cups right in the sink, right? So my girl is coming over later today, so I washed both cups to avoid explaining, who I had over.
Yeah, you know one girl.
So my guy, my big cuz, Imam Moran replied and said, so years ago my sister came to visit me from uni, right? And she left her slippers in the living room, right? My girl came in the morning, didn't say a word, had an attitude. I immediately deduced that. And I screamed, "Master, please come downstairs."
I beg.
Come downstairs.
Before she bears go.
Don't put me with something. I'm in trouble. But what does that happen with women though?
But do you know the funny thing? It might still be that the guy is trying to avoid something. That's why he came to tweet that thing. So that he say, "Babe, see you saw." I even said it on Twitter. You cannot trust
Two factor.
You cannot trust men. So that woman will trust.
Yes.
It'd be like
They play.
Oh, jeez.
They play.
I wanted to go somewhere, but I said I should leave it.
Just leave it.
I beg, just leave there.
Wisdom.
I beg.
It's profitable.
I said I should leave it, right?
I beg.
Wisdom is profitable.
So someone asked a question and said, should men carry, packed food to work? And someone replied and said, when kids in China are making phones and laptops, this is what African men are talking about. What kind of low level conversation is this?
My brother, see, let me tell you. I don't see.
Now they cause all this kind of thing.
What nonsense? Like
At this stage in the country, I don't think that's a low level problem. At this stage, because if they leave me, I go pack food. Hey,
bro, I have a, and this is, I have a takeout plate in my car, right? So back in the day, I used to go to Mega Chicken. It's free advertising, anyways, but I used to go to Mega Chicken. And Mega Chicken packs are very, very, very solid.
Solid.
Proper
Nice.
pack.
Yeah.
In fact, now
Right.
them they sell best ones
So
in Lagos.
I think it used to be like 700 naira one that time. I don't know. My math is foggy
No,
now.
700. Yeah.
For a pack.
No, now 5 each now.
It's 5 each now, right?
Yeah.
Five,
Yeah,
something
5
like
each
that.
now.
And I think no. So the Ofada sauce.
Single man life.
The Ofada sauce was 700 or something like that. So I was like, I remember the kitchen had this packs everywhere. So I was like, let me take this pack too. So at a point, I used to go to Mega Chicken, right? With my pack.
yes, now.
I was literally walking there with my pack.
What's the
right?
point? Because you keep buying that one and you keep stocking it in the house.
Look at me funny.
Everywhere is
And I
filled
remember 400 I used to buy, add as a 200 and buy for that sauce.
Roundabout.
That sort of thing, right? So it's very important. It's very important actually as far as the food goes, right?
Can I remember that Aki Alabi's picture where he was pointing? That's a rich man. If he can be pointing, when Amala joint in my area, when I go there, once they give me Amala, I walk. There's a glass window where that's where you say what you want. I don't stay in front of that glass window. I walk around. There's one small space here. That's where I start. Say,
I feel like they make they do
say please
out of bounds.
Please give me that.
It's that I go through you around.
I go around. Say please give me that one there. That one. Is there no? Give me that one. I don't want this one.
Yep.
So that when I'm eating it, if there's any problem, I know that I'm eating.
Yep. Totally agree. Someone said, storytelling, I bring J. Cole, who are you bringing? Someone replied and said, one of my guys really owe me money.
Sharp.
Bro.
Say, I bring J. Cole. Because I bring concern.
I mean, the Chris. No, but that is pretty much where I think watch ends today, right? Because, Tosin's got a nice makeup. I don't want her to crack, crack her face, right? So every time I do TV shows and they make you up. And after the shows, I realized just how much women are amazing, right? So women wear this foundation and they look all... Like, my face will literally be like this for like the 2 hours I'm on air.
Exactly.
So, I don't want to smell the crack, right?
Someone has done me makeup before and God will forgive her.
Then put lipstick.
God will literally forgive her.
It was red.
You remember? No.
Your face was red.
No,
Then give her lipstick.
my lips was literally red. And guess what? I wore pink and a blue jacket.
I mean, she that
Shirt and a blue jacket. Find out you offend that.
See that video on YouTube. Where I go watch it.
Find out you offend that
I need
babe.
to see it.
No, you offend her. You wear blue jacket. And you can't put red. No. You offend that babe now. You don't just find out well.
Are you okay?
You don't just find out. You offend her.
And the funny thing,
That one is too extreme.
When I did look for the room where
It look good.
it look okay. Because the light was there.
But
Baba, when I watch this thing on TV,
Oh my god.
you say,
I
oh,
almost
Jim.
sweat for that girl. Though.
You say, oh,
And
Jim.
anytime I say, I go tell her. Anytime I see her, I go tell her, you were wicked to me.
That's why I'm like, I just prefer just do small little
Yo,
powder.
Baba,
Make
don't
I
be
small.
Vaseline. I be Vaseline. Waiting
Give me small lips. I'm okay.
So small.
They don't finish, yeah.
Carry red thing, put for my mouth. Me they look me, call me one name where I don't want it.
Anyway, I thought it's important to start off today with obviously we saw week 1, which was really nice. I thought I don't think many games disappointed. I really enjoyed a lot of what I watched, right? And I have to say that football fans say all the time, this season is going to be mad. This season is actually going to be good.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Yeah,
This is
it will be.
Sometimes
the big boys look to be back.
everybody looks like they know what they're
good
doing.
enough at least.
You understand? I saw the Man City game. I thought, Man City will be really good, right? Arsenal, forget the first game. United really, hand touch Arsenal. Right? Hand touch Arsenal. Right?
But he tell them.
But I think
But he tell them when I drop points.
When I get
And I drop full point, bro.
I told
I
him,
will go into that.
I say, now
Now
me
me
score goal. Now me score goal. But now you deserve to win match.
But you say it a lot too now.
No, but
Yes.
no. See,
And you dey talk
when you
am,
say
no change
person
mouth.
deserve to win match,
Oh yeah.
now say that game ended in a draw, you can say we didn't deserve to lose. But if you haven't scored a goal in a game, you don't deserve to win it.
No,
No,
that's
so
I
the thing
disagree.
about
Sha.
that-
You can say you didn't deserve to lose. And in my honest opinion, I didn't think United deserved to lose.
You didn't think or they didn't deserve to lose.
No, they
They're two
didn't
different
deserve to
things.
lose.
Which one
They
you
didn't
say
deserve to lose. I thought that they played well enough to at least earn themselves a point. I don't think they deserve to win. But I thought that they played well enough to earn themselves a point. But they didn't. To say that you deserve to win, that's why I put that to
Do
you.
you
I
know
said,
why?
now me score goal.
No, they
But
deserve-
now
I
you
don't
deserve to
agree with
win.
Ini. You know why?
Ini,
See,
very
let me
dishonest.
tell you something. Once that's why I'm always hammering on goalkeeper. People call me Mrs. Onana. This one. See, to me, that position is very vital
Yep,
in
of
my
course.
own opinion. if we did not concede that goal,
Yep.
we would have gone ahead to win that game.
Yeah, no, you won't.
Because
We
let me
would.
tell you, Arsenal will come out
you know why?
and we will counter them with Cunha and
You know why?
Mbeumo.
You know why?
So the thing drops
If
the
goal did
morale
not
of the
stand,
team.
Go and watch that clip again. The guy never talked about it. If the goal did not stand, Arsenal would have had a penalty. There were 3 fouls.
That's it. Like.
They pointed it out on Monday night.
Not
Go
true.
and
Not
see
true.
now.
Which foul? Not true.
Go and watch it.
There was no foul at all. Hey.
Two fouls.
There
There were 2 fouls. The one Cunha was literally asking for
Saliba actually
for a hug.
fouled this person and they did not give
for a hug.
us
Asking for someone's hand in marriage.
Saliba fouled.
Koya was asking for someone's hand in
Somebody was
marriage.
trying to pull Gabriel's
Not
jersey
true. There was no foul
Luke
there.
Shaw
Hold on.
was pulling Gabriel.
Saliba literally fouled this person.
And
They would not, if they cancelled that goal, they will not give a
And I
penalty
have
because
a-
they already fouled
No,
the
no, hold
goalkeeper.
on. I have a feeling that the reason the VAR didn't want to really get involved in rescinding the goal or trying to look at it because they didn't want to get into that shenanigans of that penalty.
Okay,
But
oh
you
yeah,
know
wait.
what?
You know, but
I
do you
will
think
be here.
what she
You know
said?
Arsenal fans and ref.
Do you think what she just said is
That's what I
valid?
have to say.
If that goal, if they cancel the goal, so do you think they will give preference to Arsenal's potential penalty or the foul on the goalkeeper?
on goalkeeper.
I think they will give preference if they cancel the goal, obviously because they've given preference to if they cancel the goal,
Exactly.
it's a foul
Exactly.
on the goalkeeper.
And you
Yes.
couldn't have got the penalty.
They will not give you
Full stop.
No, you fouled
Please
the
move it on.
goalkeeper.
No, the penalty, the foul,
They wouldn't.
the foul
They
on
don't
the
check
players
2 fouls
happened
in a
when the
game.
ball was in flight, so they probably won't give the
No,
penalty.
no,
First of all,
Well, if you insist.
if you insist, come on, still for that.
that leg now.
Who put that there?
So I want us to have a parliamentary proceedings, right? You know, today. Right? So,
No be for this place, though.
so
Parliamentary nothing.
because especially when you're trying to sort personal terms out with your star player, you need to give them preference, right?
Yeah, of course.
And we
I
bring a
agree.
guest like this, to the house, you have to allow us speak, right? So that we agree, we have some.
Yeah, of course.
This
Okay.
is the person you
No, I
talk to.
agree.
This is the person you talk to.
Right,
you
right,
go for
right.
the top.
This man you talk to.
And especially because IBK is flanking us, right? You have to allow.
Penny
you
for
know, right.
penny for IBK's thoughts.
Right. So I want us to in the last I think last 6 weeks there about this Isak thing has been happening, and I didn't speak about it. I didn't want to speak about it, the first week.
Yeah.
It was neither here nor there. It's pretty much speculation, but when a player drops a statement, right? Newcastle counter a statement as well. Then it gives you a bit more, material to work with.
Yeah.
And I wanted us to sort of like draw the line under that, right? I kind of feel like my bank is too high today. And Isak said, look, there were things said behind closed doors, right? Yeah. And the reality is that the club have known this position for a long time, right? So I wanted to go into the meat of it. I want to start. I want to start with Rufai on this, because I think that first of all, the 3 parties involved haven't probably acted right, but I think that Isak's fury is misplaced. And when you think about the transfer window and how clubs want to operate, if you're a marquee player in the team and you want to leave, that conversation must be had in the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks of transfer window.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you.
And it must be sorted out. Right. So if you're going to agitate to leave,
You have to start.
Let's start very early,
Yeah.
right? I go back to the Harry Kane situation with Tottenham, right? That's one of the most professional sagas I've ever seen. Because for 4 or 5 seasons, for 4 or 3 seasons, Harry Kane wanted to leave Tottenham, but he knew I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to let the club play it out. The season he eventually left, right? It was clear that Levy would not sell to anybody in the Premier League, so he left it. But he never put out a statement. The point I'm trying to make is that if you don't want to say anything, right? If you want to keep a position, you don't want to say anything, then you have to hold that position till the end, right? So that's the Isak perspective. The second perspective is from Liverpool's perspective. I think that Liverpool have put Isak in a very difficult place, put themselves in a difficult place, because you want to buy Isak, right, from Newcastle. And Newcastle, at the point, say, you know what, we're going to lose this player, so let's make a signing for Ekitike. You go ahead and scupper that deal, right? So you've lost some goodwill there already, because the player had already agreed personal terms with Newcastle. No?
True.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what's
True,
reported,
yes,
no?
yes.
So when you scupper that deal, the best thing you can do when you come back to offer for Isak is come with the correct money. Because
Yeah.
tempers are already high. So when you come in and make, yes, a British transfer record 110, but you know this player has 3 years on his contract, is the best striker in the world, arguably, right? Or in the Premier League. So I think that Liverpool have almost said, you know what, we're going to rob you of this and still sort of like, bully you a little bit. And I think Newcastle are very well within the rights to dig in, right? And say, you know what, given these 2 scenarios, and given the fact that you bought our replacement, you haven't come with the right money, it's late in the window, what do you expect us to do? Right?
Yeah.
We don't run this football club for your excitement. So I think that, I saw Isak's statement, and I see that players are beginning to
Go
do this thing where, they say things were said behind closed doors. You understand? It's such an ambiguous statement to make.
Yes.
Because I've seen a couple of players to that line, right? And we'll touch base with Lookman in just a bit, but I wanted to have your take on it first.
I think the part I agree with, first of all, is that Isak and his reps are being naive. I mean, it's a professional world. If you're operating at that level, you can't just go by, things were said.
Yeah.
If truly things were said, what makes sense is you're signing a deal, your agent insists a release clause be put in there, such that when an amount comes in for you, they cannot hold you back. So first of all, when the summer starts or the end of last season was getting close, you tell Newcastle you're leaving. If they create a problem for you, you should be firing your agent first.
Yeah.
Because it is your agent that's supposed to, first of all, have ensured that there's a release clause in the contract you're signing. You can't be taking the gentleman's agreement in this day and age at that level, right? More so, I don't know if the same contract Isak came into Newcastle with, I don't know if he has renewed since he came into Newcastle.
He signed a 6-year contract at Newcastle.
When he joined initially?
It was a club record fee, right?
Yeah.
For 63 million, right? The club at the very least will not sell you for less than double the price.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Double the price is
Absolutely.
120 million.
Because you have gone and done well. Now you're saying
No, even if you didn't,
If you didn't do well,
if you didn't do well, they might not be able
he's
to tell you
24, no?
maybe just a little bit higher than 60.
6.
Yeah.
But on
in his prime.
on face value, like if they signed you now and they wanted to sell you tomorrow,
Yeah.
it would be double that price.
Right. Now, my own is, first of all, your agent has messed up. And you have to be able to identify that and know that, okay, everything is going wrong. They are not allowing me go to where I want to go to. Who, if I dig in this way, who loses the most? Who has put me in this position? You have put yourself in that position, yourself and your representatives. And this is me speaking. We don't know a lot that goes on behind the scene, but you have come out and put a statement and said agreements were made. Broader terms. You're saying, when you sign the contract, they've told you that if you do well to a certain extent, so the money that gets your apparel comes in, will let you go. Put it in the contract.
Yeah.
Now, that hasn't happened. You have gone and put out a statement. Newcastle has decided to dig in. Now, the Liverpool angle to it, I see it, but I just don't totally agree. And the reason is this. In the transfer market, nobody is entitled to any player.
Yeah.
Whether you agree personal terms or not, nobody is entitled to any player. Eze, Fabrizio has been reporting Eze doesn't want any other team other than Spurs. Arsenal have swooped in under 2 hours, deal is done. Nobody's entitled to any player.
Yeah,
and as a matter of fact, I've also seen reports that Newcastle wanted to play Isak and Etiquette together. Not one or the other.
Yeah.
I've seen reports that they wanted both of them together.
Yeah.
So it is not certain. In that regard, I'm looking at Liverpool and I'm thinking, what happened with Jota happened. They're thinking, okay, we need to bring an attacker in. Luis Diaz has made it clear he wants to leave. So now they are thinking, we are able to bring in 2 attackers.
strikers.
Bearing in mind, they've lost 3. Luis Diaz has left, Darwin Núñez has left, and what happened to Jota has happened. So they know that we can comfortably bring in 2 more. So Isak and Etiquette is not greed.
Yeah,
So
it's not.
We need them.
So this is what I'll say, right? In theory, all that looks good. All that sounds very well. But as adults, right, and as professionals, you have a scale of preference, right?
No, of course.
Right. The scale of
Isak
preference. Isak is the number 1 scale of
No,
preference.
we know
right?
that.
And you have to make strategic adjustments, right? Because in the end, strikers are the most rare material on the transfer market. Top strikers.
Good striker.
Do you understand? So if you know that this is my scale of preference, Isak, right? And you have seen that these guys have given me this. It's like a game of chess, no? So I'm going to let them have this so I can have this. Then
let me quickly. No, wait. I'll respond. I'll respond.
It is for me the sensible thing to do.
You know what I'll respond with?
The difference is if you want to have both, then you bring the money and pay for both.
So let me say this.
More so when you have already gone and splashed 100 and something million pounds on Florian Wirtz.
Let me say this right.
On Florian Wirtz, who doesn't have half the
and
record.
I think even Ekitike was up to 80.
Let me say this.
To sign somebody from that you already stole a player from, you withdraw block.
You just serious money.
Let me say this. If we are not being emotional about it, they didn't steal any player from Newcastle. Newcastle wanted to sign a player that looks like and you know what?
Replacing Isak.
And you know what? There is absolutely no guarantee that if Newcastle had gotten Ekitike, they still wouldn't have played hardball with Liverpool. There's no guarantee. They will still play. And you know what? Deals are more difficult than the other. Deals are more difficult than the other. Remember when Chelsea wanted to buy Caicedo from Brighton? It was clear that nobody was putting a bid. Chelsea went and put a 60 million bid. It's business. You're not going to go and put the highest bid for a player nobody else is putting a bid for. If they say we want 150 million, you're looking around. We are the only one interested as of this moment. Why should we go and give them 150 out the bat? We have to use the leverage of the guy wants to leave. We are the only one he wants to come to right now. They have to use that leverage. And Chelsea were playing we're waiting. Nobody wants him. The players assured us he wants to come.
Yeah.
So now we're waiting. And they waited until Liverpool came in. That's when it became we no longer have leverage. Now we need to go all in. So deals are more. Ekitike was going. Nobody was stopping him from leaving. Liverpool were going to take the money. Frankfurt were going to take the money. So I think it has always been a much more difficult deal for Liverpool to do. I think Isak is the biggest culprit.
Yeah, I think so too. And Isak and his representatives, we have to put it that way because you have to consider. Football is business. It's not emotions. You know, you're not a homegrown player. You're not a homegrown player. You're not a Geordie. Because if that happened, if this situation was with a player like Sean Longstaff has left now, and if it was with Sean Longstaff, it would be
different.
That's
they wanted to make Man U buy that year. Oh God!
You almost would win with that.
If it was with Sean Longstaff, you can take gentleman's agreement for something because you are a homegrown player. You can whip sentiments. You know, the crowd can stand for you if you make any demands. Like, this is a homegrown player. You have to treat him better and all of that. But once he's a player that was purchased with money.
It's purely business.
It is purely business. And the naivety of Isak and his people is just absolutely crazy. It's the same thing that happened with Gyökeres. It's the same thing that happened with Gyökeres. Gyökeres had a bid. I hear that Arsenal wanted Gyökeres last summer. They put in a bid, and his club said, "Stay for one more year. We can sell you for so amount of money." That's why Gyökeres got angry and started said he wasn't going to train. But in the end, it's still business. You know, you cannot blame the club. The club are looking at a situation. The club are looking at a situation where this is our prized asset. We're not going to let you go for free. We're not going to let you go for something cheap. If Isak thinks that Newcastle are just going to accept something that is not worth the valuation they're looking at, then he is more.
And they have money, so they don't need money. There are not these small clubs that don't have money.
You're right.
She's 100% right because what do we know? What do us four fans sitting here know that Levy for? He's a hard negotiator. You understand? So if I know that all the way here, right, you across town know that the guy I'm going to business with is hard as nails, right? So if you're going to go to him, you're going to walk direct, walk correctly. And I want to bring in IBK on this because we want to talk about Lookman for a bit. And it makes me feel a bit sad that, you know, this is in the space of 12 months, you know, second Nigerian football player, African Football Player of the Year, doesn't have the desired move he wants to have, right? And this is, let's not forget, right? The European market, the European, you know, business people who run football, they have a great conveyor belt. They can ensure that can guarantee talents to come through over and over again. So when a top player from Nigeria makes it become a global icon or on their way to being a global icon, it is important that, you know, we see that trajectory, the projectile follow through till the end. What we're witnessing here is another Nigerian player who potentially
African
was
footballer
of the year, had his rocket going up, and has almost been like left in mid-air. And I wanted to have your take on Lookman and the situation he finds himself in. Inter have as reported, said, look, they're no longer interested because Atalanta are saying these guys, we want more than this. Inter are saying we don't, kind of thing. If you know that you want to make a move to another club, right? I think it's important to gauge that the club trying to buy you have maximum interest and they'll go the extra mile to make that deal happen before you actually go and take out your leverage, because he has put out a statement.
So
hold on.
Okay.
He has put out a statement, deleted all his socials, saying, look, there were things that were said behind closed doors, promises were made and things like that. And again, you're well within your rights to say that because they were said to you. But you have to understand that when you put things in public space, perception is important.
Yeah.
Right. So now, you don't have the leverage of the fans anymore, because fans are emotionally attached to their clubs.
Yeah, definitely.
So when you delete social, say you don't want to play for them ever again, the fans already say, you know what? Okay, off you go, right? This is our football club. We defend the badge because that's what gives us joy. You might be right in what you're saying, right? So I always think that if your agents all summer knew or all season knew that the next move was to Inter Milan, they've had to have had a direct conversation with Inter and say, look, what will be the price, the maximum we can go for this guy? That way, we can interface. And you hear clubs say, I think you've heard United say, we're using intermediaries. And I think, from my understanding, is the club are saying, we're going to use intermediaries to gauge the other clubs' asking price and things like that before we come to them with a bid. What has happened is that Lookman and his people have left him in limbo. He's been in England all through, hasn't trained with the team, deleted his social media. Inter don't want to pay anymore, right? Atalanta, are saying, if you don't bring the money. So it's a dire situation, and I hate to see it happen to another top player who,
it's easy to say that probably it's an African thing in Italy, but in the end, I wanted to talk about, the issue of Isak as well. And I'll bring it, I'll add this to it. When clubs don't want players, how do they go about it? They treat you. They treat you like pure shit. See, Rasmus Hojlund doesn't want to leave United.
Absolutely,
no,
that much is
hold on.
Hojlund's own is understandable that he's not been scoring goals for United. Bro, Rodrigo is one of the most important players for Real Madrid. This guy he doesn't even get 1 minute of play. Like this is very heartless from a football club, from a coach, from whatever it is. So I think that footballers are beginning to realize that as much as I'm under, I have a contract with this club. If I'm playing like shit, they want me out of the club. So why don't I just take myself as priority? Lookman's, I feel that they should have, just like what the mistake Osimhen made. When you are negotiating, so someone explained to me that
they make mistakes.
Don't let them there are two things that happen when you are negotiating. I spoke with an agent, and he said that the club will probably give you a nice salary and try to deceive you with that nice salary to give you an offer that we'll give you 250k, but you have to go for 100 million pounds. So you look at, I'm playing well, I can go for 100 million pounds. Instead of you to think that, when I'm playing well, who want to pay 100 million pounds actually? So I think that was a mistake Lookman made, because in the end, you should always come in and let your agent update the clubs that, guys, I am just like what Haaland did. I love what Raiola did for Haaland. When he was going from Salzburg
that deal is
to
not okay,
no, hold on. When he was going from Salzburg to Dortmund, he said that the only way he's going to leave to Dortmund is if Dortmund accept that they are going to sell Haaland for so amounts. And so they agreed to it.
Wow. IBK,
so,
you make it.
Yes, and they agreed to it. And Haaland was sold for about, I think, less than 70.
Yeah.
Which was actually ridiculous.
Yeah.
For a player of that standard. No, I'm saying what I'm saying.
Not disagreeing.
I don't want us to go into details of deals. you're not necessarily privy to. Because we're speaking ultimately.
No, I'm only saying that the reason we are now seeing backlash from footballers now is because they already have it in mind that if I'm not playing well, the club will trash me out.
So this is what I think, right? I think that, and Solis, wrote a good piece, on the Lookman saga. You can read it up on his page, right? And I think one of the things he said is, when a footballer signs a contract, right, it is the transfer of power you get to the club who have made a financial commitment to you.
Yeah.
You have to understand the operating word there is transfer of power. Do you understand? So you are your strongest when you haven't signed the contract yet. When you sign the contract, you are saying, take my power, right? You now own my, depending on, image rises. It's in that time that you should have all your break clauses inserted.
Exactly what I was saying.
Again, I'm trying to buffer you as well. So I think that when we sit down here in Lagos and sometimes we talk about, this contract, we don't think that what we're hearing sounds good. People come after you and say, what do you know about the thing? Like the Osimhen thing, for example. At the time Osimhen signed that 4-year contract with Napoli, right? A couple of years ago, in our 6th season. I remember I was saying, look, something that doesn't seem right.
We clearly said, why is this signed?
Why you signed a 4-year contract? You get, it doesn't seem right. A couple years down the line, she hits the fan, right? So I don't know if you want to have a take on.
Yeah, Tosi want to go first
on the Lookman thing, or you're good?
No, I'm good.
So
tell you avoiding smoke, and I like that.
First of all, right. Remember, we had an agent on the show one time, and he told us that he doesn't think that Osimhen going to Napoli will be good for him eventually. Now, it has turned out good. He has made a lot of money.
Yep.
He was saying that he doesn't think it will be good for him career-wise. Now, even that is now debatable. He has gone there and won the Scudetto. He's written his name in history. I don't know if they even respect him that much there. But what he was talking about was what Mino Raiola did for... What he was talking about was what Mino Raiola did for Haaland.
Yeah.
So they would rather set up a deal in a progressive manner, not chase the highest money they can get immediately. Because when you chase the highest money you can get immediately, it sort of puts a ceiling on where you can go from there.
Yeah, true.
So Haaland went from Salzburg, and then everybody wanted Haaland before he moved to Dortmund.
Only wanted.
But you understand? But one thing was clear. But one thing was clear. Dortmund could not have stopped Haaland. Aside from the contract they signed, Dortmund would sell. Dortmund is a selling club. So they have not gone to a club that overestimates their ego. They don't have an overbloated ego. You have not gone there. They've picked a perfect squad for you to go and develop. When it's time you move, they'll make good money.
And you haven't gone to a club with a megalomaniac
as the owner, with a megalomaniac that negotiates by himself.
Maniac.
You understand? So we look, man, and just
I like his dress sense, by the way.
Just to play the devil's advocate a little bit. Players in their minds believe that, like we always say, if you're lucky, you just have a little over 10 years. You can be on top of the world today. In a minute, you are done.
Yeah.
So players have that at the back of their mind. When a good deal comes, they don't want to lose it. And when it comes at a time when the club has promised them something, they feel really, really bad about it. Yeah. Now, all of that said, everything we're saying is not that we don't understand that you feel bad as Lookman, or you feel bad. We know that you feel bad. We know that you feel like you've been betrayed. But you have to. The reason you have agents and reps is to know how to navigate this water. Exactly. Is to know when these clubs betray you, or when these other intermediary your people are there to protect before.
That's so the reason you have those people is to forecast.
The people you should have problems with.
Your agents.
They need to be able to take care of you. They are your people.
I haven't seen the video from Sesko's agent, and he said, "Look, the United deal wouldn't have happened if I didn't, drop my agent fees."
Exactly.
Same thing with Yokeres.
Exactly. When we've always used that example, when Ronaldo was going to go to United. George Mendes said it. There were so many clubs that wanted him. George Mendes went to saying, "You're going to guarantee us this boy is going to play at least 40-50% of the games." Yeah. So I didn't give them that guarantee. That's why he went to United. Your people have to take care of you.
George Mendes,
so I suspect
betrayed Arsene Wenger.
So I suspect that the biggest
everybody always betrayed Wenger.
Don't mind now.
He betrayed Wenger. Wenger feels really bad about it. I hope he has forgiven him.
What I suspect is happening with our Nigerian players is that once we get into Europe, a good deal comes along, we think it's all Uhuru. You know, you don't need to set your house in order. You don't need a super agent that knows the in and out of how European football works. You know, I'm just okay with this. My
Just get a good deal.
sisters, uncles, brothers, auntie.
I heard you use the word. I heard you use the word Uhuru.
So-
You know what Uhuru
So,
means?
if I can I quickly
They ask you,
I beg.
not talk something past.
No.
Question.
If I
You
listen
know
to
what
it talk,
Uhuru
make
mean?
I just quickly chip in one thing. So my boy for Turkey
Oh, Charlie.
My
with
God.
the Alliance Sport, because I was
Alliance
talking to
Sport.
him. Yeah, I was talking to him that guy waiting they store this deal, so he told me the honest truth that a lot of these agents are they're actually as expensive as footballers as well. You think
Yes, yeah, some of them, yes,
you want
yes,
judgment there's bro.
No, of course.
You
now,
probably
of course.
you probably be paying
No,
all
now
your
you want
salary
to-
will going to him. So
Are they on retainers?
Baba,
Your
those
agent, I
those
think
guys
they
they
would
collect
be.
mad money.
I
oh.
think they would
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
they
they
would
collect.
be. That's a
That's
very
what he
good
told
point.
me. He said, Baba, make I dey manage.
That's a
one
very
way-
good point, but
one
you're talking
way,
about-
if I send a message, he go reply.
That's a very-
So if that's the case, you understand?
That's a very good point.
Oh,
but
wow.
you're talking about a guy that has just left Nigeria and has gone to Alliance Sport.
Yeah.
We're talking about
Global,
Yeah.
almost
so,
like
what about is and
Lookman, yeah.
just on a lighter note, the thing again is that, like we all know, any deal will concern money. You know this guy. You know Otto now.
Yeah.
His guy was doing a deal. You know the woman wants to sell her building. Nice 200 million, 210.
Yeah.
Deal is done. The people who wanted to buy the house, they are calling Otto saying, "Bros, will they go bank tomorrow? Tomorrow we reach now." So we're on our way to the bank now, 8 a.m. in the morning. So we're on our way to the bank now. Otto say, "I know wala. I'll tell the
drop
mandates
key
that she should look out for alert. He will soon drop." Otto they call person we want sell house. You know they pick. He called the woman for about 1 week straight. The woman didn't pick up. Didn't pick his call.
The woman who
Wanted to sell.
No one
Yes,
sell am again
he
with
called
that.
the woman. Listen, I'm telling you, he called the woman for about 1 week straight. Plus,
Okay,
the
she
woman
don't
didn't pick her
collect
call.
money.
One time, the woman sent her a message, say, "I have an emergency. I'll get back to you." The next day, he called her. She did not pick her call straight. That didn't happen.
I tell you,
She
now,
was the one that reached out to him. That please, I want to sell this building.
She no one
Help me
said-
find.
Imagine.
I just want to
Sell.
see how it ties back to this.
No, I'm saying like deals that involve money.
Right,
They're
right,
usually
right.
like
They're funny, yeah.
There are people that they just get crazy around money
Yeah.
and they start acting funny.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
it's usually it can get difficult.
That's why we're taking our time with Tosin, you know, and making sure that, you know, when we get the right personal terms, right? Before she gets an agent.
I don't have an agent.
Exactly.
Right.
Before you say that, those people they,
you know,
we have to get everything sorted. Say
Right.
right. Gentleman's agreement.
Right.
Now, so if you say
Say promises were made. Anybody that comes out
personal
and says
terms are agreed. I don't know why.
anybody that comes out and tells THP that promises were made, we will respond and say, well, if you insist.
right.
No, but in the end, I really feel, you know, going back to the Isak.
No, let's not. No, let's not go back. No.
Allow me talk now.
Oh my God.
I was saying going back to the Isak and of course Ademola Lookman. I feel for the players. I really do.
Okay.
I really do. I because
If
for
you
Lookman,
insist.
You insist in it.
for Lookman, going to Inter Milan is a massive upgrade.
No, it is.
It's a massive upgrade for
No,
him.
it isn't a downgrade. I go live now. Idiot is
No, but
saying.
Atalanta is a big club too.
From where to where?
for-
Bergamo.
But a massive club, you know, a massive club. But going in the end, players just look at it like, oh, I was really loyal to you. I was playing football. I was doing all like.
Now
good.
make I tell you now,
I was
love is not
kissing your
blind.
bad.
I told you at the beginning of the listen. Love is not blind.
Wait, this time we're not supposed to show me love.
He's not blind.
Una
Open
dey-
your eye.
Me, I don't tell my boy. Once you don't score, no go wrong. The kiss bad.
As he says, school. This is
This
the way you don't start. This is the way you don't start. So nobody force you. Score goal.
No footballer.
This is the way you don't start. So Ahmad.
Somebody go come tomorrow that broom money. You go say, I want
Business do you have with that badge? When Saka,
They are trying to connect to the
when
fans now.
Saka kisses the badge, he's one of their own. No, but he is.
How this players dey
When
bust
Miles
my-
Lewis Kelly kisses the badge, he's one of their own. Like they know him, they know his family house, they know his.
So
skill.
Kahabas is not one of your own.
He's not. Keep that mouth away from
I'm
him.
telling you, he's not one of your
He's
own.
not.
No, the man we can go.
Even
Madueke.
now, Madueke is not. They are not. Just do the job they pay you. All of them, agents, all of them. When they give you ball,
Kahabas is injured. We have Jackson.
I won't mind taking that jacket.
Once you don't score,
Chelsea
go
will have for
celebrate.
80 million, Abibi.
They thunderstrike.
Honestly,
I strike that 80 million.
don't I tell Ahmad, please stop the kids back.
Why?
I get the feeling that Ahmad is the next big problem we're going to have. The boy
Is that an agent?
no, the boy is smarter. You're saying you kiss back.
Relax.
This boy is not. You know, he's not
Relax,
starting.
Relax.
So then every time I say, well, you know, you can go to Real Madrid. Is it, you know,
Problem everywhere.
The problem will
That's why
start.
it's not good. I always say that it's not good to be like a player FC if you're supporting a club.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because if you fall in love, at the end of the day, the only person that will remain in a club is you and the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
Yep.
ownership can change.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you have to bring put the club first
Yeah.
before any player.
Yeah,
All
of
those
course.
where Rashford was going, Rashford FC were crying. The next thing they start
Rashford
wishing
FC.
bad.
Yep.
Yes.
On the club.
They start wishing. You'll be shocked that Onana and Hojlund have fans.
Yep.
In the
Onana
club.
FC.
Even when Hojlund, people are not saying the way they are treating Hojlund is so bad.
On our
What
club.
about the way Hojlund treated us?
By not scoring.
Every week, week in, out, we're crying.
PTSD.
We're crying. Because you see that this you're a striker, you cannot even
32
hold the ball.
games, 32 games, 3 goals.
Do you understand?
32
And
games,
then
three
you
goals.
go, you are saying, oh, you feel bad for it.
Hojlund.
Me, yes, with the fans.
Oil funny,
Feel
God
bad
forgive
for
you.
me.
You know, it's crazy.
Now when Sesko come, you won't prove
Two
yourself.
seasons, you understand? We've given
I was
you
watching
2
Arsenal
seasons.
last week. I was saying to myself, I say, only if these players know what they put us through.
You understand?
You dey
When
make me
people
shout,
always
make
say
my
they feel
head.
bad for players. What about we the fans?
They are putting us through so
We
much.
go through more emotions than the players. I can
I
me
agree,
personally, I go
honestly.
through more emotions
I don't think
than the players. So I feel bad for myself.
Yep. Speaking of Hojlund, right? United are not treating him badly. However, what
What are they doing to him?
they're not treating him badly.
They're not doing anything to him.
Giving him 2
I think that
seasons.
I feel for him, right? And please don't say if he insists. because I don't. Because I don't. I don't think I talk this one.
You don't pull like hold the store.
You don't go,
Hey,
man.
Land.
Right. I just feel like, you know, guy is a fan of the club. And I think that, you see, Sesko is arriving at United at 22, right? After spending 3 years at another club, right? You know, proving himself, you know, understanding himself when I'm out of form, when I'm in form. You know, you can't throw a 20-year-old kid to lead United's line.
And
Yes,
Sesko was an early bloomer, you know, came through at the source ball.
Same thing
and
with
he
same,
was
bro.
no.
Same thing with Hojlund.
Sesko's had more
He's more experienced.
More
The
experience.
age.
Exposure.
And more
the age doesn't
goals.
matter.
So what I'm
Experience,
saying-
exposure, he has it more. So-
No, check Hojlund. Hojlund has been at Stormgrass. He's been at a couple of clubs, right? In terms of trajectory, right? PSG wanted to buy Hojlund as well, right? Barcelona wanted to buy Hojlund as well.
Which Barcelona go?
No.
Person will score 8 goals for Serie A.
no.
I didn't
check
hear
it and
that.
just-
I didn't hear
One
that.
ban.
Watch- did you
One
watch-
ban.
I
When
didn't
was
hear
it?
that. Even
One
when
ban.
Hojlund was
They were
coming,
one ban.
a lot of people were skeptical, even me too.
No,
I was
but
like,
stop.
how can you buy a striker that just has 8 goals?
I said
But
it on
you
this
see some
pod. I
people,
said
that's
it.
the problem
People
with
was
some
saying he's a
fans.
great
But-
striker.
but- no.
Great
A
lad.
player is linked with
You be
the
small thing,
best
great kid.
in the world. They will hype even Ugarte last before he came in. The way I was hearing Ugarte, I thought Ugarte.
That one na Chelsea
was
got
like
Tosin.
this for me.
Blame you,
But this
Bill.
Hojlund, know what you need to do.
Please.
Wait. This
And
Hojlund, know
people
what
no
you need to
longer
do.
watch YouTube. You know that YouTube compilation.
No.
Hey,
That's scam. That's scam.
You watch
If
YouTube
you see what I
compilation.
see for Anthony, abeg.
This
Nana.
Hojlund know what you need to do. You know, because you know, say as summer don't start, of course you go to hear rumblings. You know, say United are linked to a striker. You do interview, say you know, fight for my shirt. You are not fighting for any shirt.
Yeah.
You want to
Fight.
leave this place. You are fighting for the money they are being paid.
No, but generally, you know, we can talk about, you know, the desires of a footballer. We don't know what is inside Hojlund's heart, but generally, Man United paid big money for the young player, and I thought that, you know, I said it when he came that, you know, I would happily swap him for Havertz because I think that there's something in the player. There's a desire to make
Yes,
it. There's
he's
a desire
passionate.
to succeed. You know, I saw I think it was Gary Cotterill from Sky Sports who made this analysis about he didn't have a summer a preseason with United when he was signed. Then the next season he had a preseason and then he got injured. This is the first time he's had a proper preseason.
You're right.
and we're looking forward to seeing. So he will be bitterly disappointed.
I wasn't looking forward to see Hojlund. I wasn't looking. See, these people don't even watch United games. If you watch, I was up 2 a.m. 1 a.m. watching Hojlund leading our front line, and he did the same thing.
He played really well.
He did not. You see, this guy cannot even wrestle against defenders. See, no, we've given him
now
chance.
You be man management.
Yes.
But not the way you want to. Because now you want to send down from us. Now
See,
you don't go.
last season, everybody. Some people don't really watch United games every time. We put our heart and soul into it. We even read things. We watch videos after.
I see.
This man kept playing Hojlund week in, week out.
Nobody else to play.
People were complaining.
Yeah, but nobody else to play.
I didn't even know that I was trying to display to us that when I finally let this guy go, I don't want to hear story. Do you understand?
Yep.
So now that he's letting him go, I don't feel bad for him. He's a passionate player, but please.
This is supposed to be his third season. So
Yes.
I know he can go. Did he get injured at the beginning of preseason last season too?
Yeah, go injured.
Yes, I think it was.
So when they signed him, he didn't have preseason.
He didn't have preseason.
Just joined.
This one last season too, he didn't have preseason.
He's just
He didn't have preseason.
He joined when the season had started already.
Okay.
Yes.
So
That first season.
Okay.
Then the second season, he joined the club and he had preseason
And then
got
got
injured at the start of the season.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Right.
yes.
So the feeling was that let's see what he can do. He's had a very decent.
So it's like
I saw him in the summer series. And
it's
I
like
thought he looked good.
I'll give you an example,
Person
right?
way good though.
It's like
person way good. When I they play ball for school, they say let's see what he can do. When I they play ball for school, I don't need training.
I
don't need to warm up.
So-
So tell me say this thing.
You
I
see
don't need
some
warm
players
up.
going
I
to
don't
the
need
club and they're already
energy.
performing well.
If you insist.
if you insist, right? Ultimately, I think that
Nah,
you
no
know,
argue for this.
young no
God are those days, my
No,
brother.
no argument.
Anything- You dey play ball. Oh, you be messy for school. If you insist.
if you insist, IBK, that's right. I want us to speak about. By the way, I was going to tell you that Uhuru is Eastern African. Is an African solidarity term for freedom and justice. Uhuru. So yeah, just you talk and you link him to Jolly. It's
No,
not
look the way where I talk
No,
am
no,
now.
yeah.
I said once they do it, they think it's all done. It's Uhuru.
Yeah.
I used it well.
When people use the term Uhuru, it's almost like it's
Everything is
something to be
sorted.
excited.
Everything is
That's the wrong
done.
term.
So freedom.
Uhuru
Something
is
to be
freedom.
happy
What is it,
about.
Uhuru?
It sounds very South African.
It's Eastern African, yeah.
Eastern is different from South Africa.
Eastern African.
If you insist.
If you insist, my brother, right?
But that one day easy. Now you don't be insisting.
I want to be personal. I don't understand it.
Please, moving on, please.
They
Can
say
we,
East
let's
is
go
not
back
South.
to my
Who said that East
Thank
is
you,
South?
everybody.
Right.
Moving on.
Let's touch base with Arsenal. And it's funny we spoke about
Jim.
about Arsenal. On Monday, myself and Ini had a back and forth, right? And on Thursday, right, we spoke about the creativity in the team.
Damn.
And it was almost played out before our very eyes. The team. I mean, one game is one game, right? But we didn't make that analysis of the one game because we didn't even watch the one game, right? But there's a clear need to spark something else in that creative aspect of Arsenal. You understand? They've won a lot of games by saying, you know what, this other guy, let's lock up. This boy's not going to assist any goal. You understand?
Not till who assist anyone. And Rebuttal don't call Arteta enter me to say, come on. This is what they do for years.
Yes,
when they bring me, they say Isak I have it. I be saying they fire you, they say make I wait.
So
No way I do it.
now I've gone and struck a deal with Eberechi.
Exactly.
Make sure you please. Right.
Exactly.
But what do you make of that kind of signing? I saw his stats. I know Stossen to probably tell us what's that stat on Eberechi. He hasn't scored. He scored 8 Premier League goals.
Yeah, I think
That's the max he scored?
Yes,
I don't think he's ever scored more than
And Mbeumo scored 20.
Agenda immediately.
immediately.
Let's just put it
Agenda
there. Not the
immediately.
agenda. They talk truth. Let's put it there.
But the stats are the stats, right? Right.
Continue.
So effectively, he's not coming in. Again, Arsenal fans should understand why he's coming in. Right. He's not coming in. His goal rates are not great.
Yes.
So don't come and expect him
Bam.
to score a
It's
ton
good.
of goals at Arsenal.
It's good that I have mentioned this because if I was Mikel Arteta, and I've had these conversations with different Arsenal fans. The moment Arsenal got linked with Eze, before he now was going to Spurs, everybody said, "Oh, he's going to play on the left. He's going to replace Martinelli." And I told someone that if I was an Arsenal fan,
He's not a real winger.
I told someone, I said, if I was an Arsenal fan and we buy Eze and Arteta chucks him on the left, I will start a campaign to get Arteta fired.
Yeah.
Because yes, Eze can play from the left, but even when he plays from the left for Crystal Palace, like for example, the game against Chelsea opening weekend, they started him, there, but there is only for formation purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
He's their creator in chief.
Exactly.
When you bring Eze into the Arsenal team and then you put him on the left, to make waiting for happen. You've already identified that when he was in the team where he was the superstar, he didn't score loads and loads of goals. Everything went through him. He didn't score a lot of goals. Now you want to go and put him on the left and have him hold width for you. We know that Arteta loves his
you think he's
wingers.
going to bench Odegaard for him?
No. So
Whatever he does,
he can't hold
he
width.
must platform Eze to be a creator.
So I've said this because I always draw parallels, and for me, the important thing when I speak about topics is to try and see, where it's happened before, right, and try and compare and see how we can find a better solution. I look at the Grealish to Man City, right, and this is, in my eyes, a similar player moving from Aston Villa to Man City, right. And the last couple of years, of course, Grealish off-field antics are quite well documented. But fundamentally, what Grealish was at Aston Villa as a player, right, is not what was demanded of him at Man City. So in the aftermath of his time at Man City, people talk about his stats. He doesn't score goal. You have to go and watch who he was before he joined, right?
Yeah.
He was the progressor of the ball in chief.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. I take the ball from here, I arrive in here.
Player, that's
exactly.
Brilliant player.
He picks the ball up anywhere. He drives and drives.
Brilliant player.
Now you are talking to the right, say you should hold
with.
And now defenders can see him coming. They can double up on him. People will tell you, oh, Pep is not saying he should not dribble. No, that's not the argument. Pep will never tell his wingers not to dribble. In fact, he has put them in a place where you arrive there and you can be one-on-one. That's what he tries to do. But the type of player Grealish is, he's not a touchline winger. So you understand?
You can't box him. You can't box him.
So Eze is arriving, right? And he's a Nigerian kid, right?
Very good.
And I know the Arsenal fan base they know how to segment immediately. Sometimes you say, is it out? Is it out? So I want to lay down very early who this kid is. I think this kid is a ball progressor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
27.
He's a nice kid.
In football,
but I keep saying I don't think he will play as a creator for Arsenal, because Mikel Arteta, you cannot bench your captain, Odegaard.
Oh. So Paul
put him on the bench.
So Paul is not around.
Put him on the bench.
I don't think Arteta would do that.
So you are right in the sense that Odegaard is the captain.
Odegaard is even a young player. Right? It's not like he's an old captain.
But you see, right?
26, 27.
Yes.
I genuinely think that Odegaard is in trouble. Then maybe, possibly, Declan Rice might be in trouble.
No, Declan Rice.
Hold on now. See, my brother, I am not really
I'm not
an Arsenal fan. I'm not an Arsenal fan.
Mikel Arteta is too defensive. Go that way.
I did not say he will be in trouble.
He's Arteta's favorite.
Oh yeah, now I don't hear.
So
let me finish what I'm saying.
Let me finish
what I'm saying.
I'm telling you.
If that is the case, then this Eze signing wasn't Arteta. It was Bata. Because if that is the case, Arteta won't buy Eze.
No,
you know why?
Arteta will play him
wait,
on the
you
left.
know why?
I'm 100%
exactly.
sure.
You know why?
He will play him on the left.
If you play, Arteta plays a 4-3-3 that turns into say 4-1. If your fullback inverts, so it turns into a 3-2 and I think 4 or 5. Now you are using two half players. Declan Rice usually becomes one of those half players alongside Odegaard. If you want to platform Eze to be who he is, one of those two players will go.
Yes.
One of them will go.
You can rotate them now. Why must they go?
You won't play 12 players.
If you rotate them now.
You want change football.
No, when
you want change
when he said go, he's saying bench.
So I totally agree with the sentiments Rufai is making. You cannot, Eze is a maverick, and Arsenal are crying out for a maverick. They're crying out for that air of unpredictability. Somebody who can pick the ball up in different areas of the pitch and just make things happen. That's what Arsenal is crying out for. When we're having our back and forth on Monday, I talked about the few situations Arsenal had that looked positive in that game. If you had Eze in those situations, something would happen, because he, apart from
like the Cunha run, you see, he took out 4 players.
Alone.
No.
Alone.
That was a bit of luck because the ball was canoeing off him. It wasn't like he whipped.
As how now?
If not that you are
He is grossly dishonest.
If not, you are a thief. If Tosena Saka do that one, we don't go here.
But the thing is that
The first thing you should do is praise the player and forget the
enter middle. Now 3 people they kick the
So
ball.
Zexi, Jibo, Saliba last season.
Yes,
They say na luck.
They say that lost. Saliba
said that.
Saliba
Sit him
sleep.
down.
Saliba sleep.
Saliba slept actually.
He say na sleep.
But Saliba sleep. Go and look at it. He sleep. But it's a brilliant.
If you insist in it.
It was a brilliant piece of skill by Zexi. But Saliba sleep.
If you insist.
Saliba is human after all. So
No,
stop,
I don't ever think he's an alien before.
Stop making it look like he's just 22. Come on.
Okay.
He's gonna get better, and you know that. I'm sure that scares you.
In football terms, it's mid-age.
You know,
You forget it.
you know.
And you also know that
But I
in
want to
football
ask
terms you can have midlife crisis.
Look at a
Sorry.
proper hater.
Wait, I want to ask Ini, do you think you guys will win a trophy? Not Carabao Cup or FA Cup. I'm talking about
An actual trophy.
No, yes, because if you win that, I don't think it's a success.
When
In my own
when
opinion.
people win Community Shield,
Let me put it in
when people win
perspective.
Community Shield, they
No.
say,
No, don't worry. I hear you.
When Arsenal win it, they say it's a
I hear you. Let me put it in perspective for you.
Carabao Cup is now.
I hear you
it's
now.
not-
Let me put it in perspective for you. Since Arteta joined Arsenal, he has now outspent Pep Guardiola.
Yes.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
oh, Jesus Christ.
You
Yes.
think that in his 7th year,
Yes.
after outspending Pep since 2019,
At least.
It can't be Carabao Cup.
winning the Carabao Cup?
No, Carabao Cup cannot be it.
Yes.
Exactly what we're saying. Exactly what you
FA
said.
Cup is not.
No, jokes aside, Carabao Cup
Or,
cannot.
Exactly.
Or FA
It
Cup.
cannot-
You're not
it's
adding
The
FA
Premier
Cup.
League
FA
or the
Cup-
Champions League?
FA Cup is prestigious.
To me, FA Cup is a failure.
FA Cup is prestigious.
No,
It's
FA
the
Cup-
Premier League.
After
FA
7
Cup is
seasons,
prestigious.
So
But the
can
point I would say is,
IBK.
even
And I-
Crystal
please,
Palace
please,
just
can I-
won
please,
FA
can I-
Cup.
can I- no, no,
Please,
let me-
no
let
man,
me
make I
land.
call me now.
Let me land before you crash.
you always
You
land.
don't go forget.
finish.
If Arteta, and I'm saying it on camera, if Arteta doesn't win the Champions League
Or the
or the Premier League, he has to be fired.
Right.
It is sorry, I take that back. He has to be prosecuted.
You mouth the change.
He has
You love it. I'm telling you.
he has to be prosecuted.
God will bless you.
Yeah, man.
He has to be prosecuted. It is criminality. If he doesn't win the league or the
IBK, do you have
Champions
anything better than that?
or the Champions League, he
Do you
has
have
to be
anything
prosecuted.
better than that? Make sure you come in correct.
Because the club have backed him.
Yep, absolutely.
The club have backed him. You know, over the past few years, I've been very critical of the club.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
in January,
Yes, you were saying the club
you know,
were at fault.
You know, even in January, we had a chance. We're in a good position. You know, in the Champions League, we're behind Liverpool with a few points. We had a chance of going into the market and buying a striker. But the club said, you know what? If we spend the money in January, we may not be able to spend in June. So I've been very critical. But this summer, the club have said, you know what? We'll go gung-ho. We'll buy you the
7
defenders
players,
you need.
right?
We'll
Wow.
buy you the backup you need in
7.
almost every
Yeah.
position.
Yeah.
If you do not win the league or the Champions League, then you are a terrible manager. You have with this squad, you have to, and I know it's going to be harder because Man City look like they buckled up. Liverpool are going to get the sack and all.
Yeah, that was down to
But it's still not an excuse. You have to win the Champions League or the Premier League. It is unforgivable,
If you don't talk it, you won't
unpardonable.
talk already.
No, you know if you talk. Yeah, I want to talk about Iberichi Eze, and that's why when I tell people to watch Spanish football, it's not as if being a Barca fan is the reason. I was explaining here, you know, when we have 2 types of midfielders, you get, and the reason I love the way Spanish football works is that we really don't expect much of XG from a midfielder. Like the reason we have midfielders is to try and create spaces, and that's what Eze does best. So any Arsenal fan that is thinking, oh, you want to get 15 assists
20 goals.
from Eze, you want to get 20 goals. I think that you're asking for too much, because
What do you mean you're asking for too
the
much?
major person that makes that final end of creativity for Arsenal is actually Saka.
I disagree
That's
with you.
I
disagree vehemently.
That's how it works, because in the end,
I think Saka is just a finisher.
no,
Saka is
he's
a
not.
finisher.
He's
You
not.
see,
He
I-
creates
I-
goals too.
I've said it here
Great
multiple
goals
times.
too,
that
but from the angle you're coming through, Eze is not just going to be I talked about his
Eze is not a
marketability.
CM, sort of.
Yeah, exactly.
He's an attacking midfielder.
Yes, attacking.
Eze shoots a
His
lot.
job is to create goals.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You're saying, oh, he's creates spaces.
No.
I disagree.
No, he can. I said it last week that you can create goals, but you might not necessarily have the direct link to the goal. Meaning, you might not have the direct assist to the goal.
I hear you.
But
Why
you
are you
created
saying
goal.
That nutmeg on Reece James.
But Reece James, you see that turn and recovery.
No.
Eze didn't go anywhere.
Nutmeg.
Eze didn't go anywhere.
He found it.
He found
He
him.
found him.
He found
him.
it. Remember, it was a foul.
I will show you. He found him.
That nutmeg on Reece James.
No. So you see, let me tell you.
It was after that nutmeg that I put the tweet. I said it's a shame that we're letting him go to Spurs. After
me
that
tell you.
nutmeg on Reece James.
Let me tell you. If you bring in someone like Eberechi Eze
where are
into
we?
your team,
Yeah.
in my opinion, if you are a defender, if you go and play today, if they score you 2 goals, you can't sleep at night, and you lose the game. You can't sleep at night. If you are a midfielder, you go into the game ends 0-0. Your team did not score. You can't sleep at night. If you are a striker, you didn't go because. If your job,
I mean, midfielders, the reason this thing where you
that's why when a player doesn't do their job, that's why when a player doesn't do their job,
I get your
feel
point. Don't mind me.
and like when we're talking about United, that's what United have not had in years. We feel for Hojlund, but he has not delivered. You have to go.
Simple.
You see, if you look at even, for example, I think the transfer strategy around the attack line for Chelsea, maybe it looks like Maresca has gone to the board and said, everybody you want to sign, they must have shoot because this Jackson no fit shoot. Everybody they don't sign now, fire they their leg if you give them space. Now they don't tell Jackson say, come on, you go sit down. Jackson is a very very good player. I think we missed against Crystal Palace, but there are some things you don't have. There's some delivery. See, so if you are an attacking midfielder and you don't create goals.
Yeah.
What do you mean by
your
create goals?
mindset?
What's your job?
Sorry,
because it is your mind that determines how you train.
What do you mean by create goals? That's what I'm saying. That no.
What do I mean by create goals?
Is he?
I have to explain it to you.
What I'm saying
But I
is,
find
what I'm saying is that there are some. Is it a direct assist to goal or a goal?
Bro,
Anyone.
Let me
I
tell
think
you.
No, because it's very.
I am not
It's good to ask that.
Eze is not Pedri. Pedri is a deep line playmaker.
you get there's a CM. There's
How Pedro take it
Baba,
back?
No,
Baba, even
from what he was saying.
even Iniesta, as much as you call him a midfielder, he doesn't have that much assist and goals. But you still.
Iniesta's numbers were.
Let me tell you.
No,
this.
you go and check it. It was
IBK,
not that.
IBK,
I'm
IBK.
telling you.
Let me help you there.
But guess
Abigail,
what? Guess what? Iniesta was playing in a team where Messi was scoring.
That's what I said about
60-70%
Saka as
of the
well.
goals of the team.
The major person.
all the goals, all the goals,
Goals and
the
assists.
goals
all the
and
goals Messi scored.
The goals and assists mostly comes from Saka for Arsenal or at Arsenal.
IBK.
So what is that? What is
Good
that?
question.
What is that argument?
Let me. You get it. You get his argument now. IBK, quick question. IBK, quick question.
Yes.
All the goals Messi scored, majority of them, where did the assist come from? The direct assist.
Any player, Alba, Dani Alves, is always from the wings. Not
Mostly Daniel Alves.
yes,
Mostly-
yes.
Mostly Daniel
My
Alves.
brother,
So now we can tell you
a lot
now.
of your assists still came from Xavi.
Xavi,
Still came from
Iniesta.
Iniesta.
No, go and check their stats. I don't check
So
the
are you
stats. Now
saying
they
that
come
Eze
from
is
Xavi.
just coming to create space?
That's what is that kind of player. That's what I'm
He's
saying.
a wrong profile.
He's an Iniesta
Eze is
kind
not a
of player.
CM.
Who said everything is CM?
I never said he's a CM.
What you are describing is a CM.
CM, yeah.
You say he only comes just to create space, not
create
to be
space.
involved in direct
No,
assist.
attacking, no.
Eze is that's why Eze can play on the left sometimes, and like almost like a winger,
Yes.
and then drops into the half space. Eze is an attacking
So
midfielder.
what I'm saying is now, if he doesn't score or assist, what
He
happens
has
in the
failed.
game?
If
He has
doesn't
failed.
score an
Yes.
assist,
So that's what I'm saying.
No,
now.
I
No, but
understand
not all
you.
the games. So
Now,
not all.
Eze has, I'm tired of.
Let me explain this thing, right?
No.
Let me help
Eze
you.
has-
Let me help you there.
No, don't help me. Okay? Keep your help.
That ain't getting player.
Eze has that maverick ability to beat 2-3 players. He's skillful in that close control.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you're talking about in terms of creating space,
Yes, thank you.
eliminating people.
Exactly.
Eze can do that. He can get people out of the way, play passes into space, and that
Thank you.
leads to goal.
Fantastic.
Not necessarily the assist.
Being involved.
That's
yeah.
the point you're making. But Eze also primarily needs
Yes,
to
now.
get those assists
He
and
needs to
scores the
create
goal.
chances. He needs to create big chances.
It-
You
it
can't have a
is-
team where you already
it is
have
respond-
Zubimendi,
yeah.
Declan Rice, and he says it's come to Christmas. What do you buy Zubimendi for?
Yeah. So I think that it's important to.
Hey, the cheap priest.
The chief priest
You
of Premier League football.
No, you don't give me name. I
Child,
know when I
Ezemo.
go use that name.
Don't worry, 9 o'clock. It's
They
like
don't give you a name now.
9 o'clock.
They go put Timberland for a leg.
I never see.
Oh no, Twitter is not.
I never see that kind of dragon ball.
And your next.
They can't carry one.
Come put that watch. That watch.
That
that
the
job.
Sporting Lisbon president don't off your phone. They boo.
But Yokeris
looking
needs.
suspect.
He's looking suspect.
That move, Abi, that
He's not.
one on win.
Look at picture of your guys way. He take hand, do your head like this. They say he's wondering, oh shit.
I made a financial
I
mistake.
made a financial mistake.
He was tense, and it's understandable.
Oh, really?
He was tense.
Against the young delict.
Person
Dominated
scored 60-something goals last season.
He didn't do bad. He didn't do badly against
He
them.
did bad.
No, he did bad.
He
was
did.
a horrible
No, he did
performance.
bad.
It was
He
a
did
no
bad.
show.
He didn't.
It was a
I
no
don't think
show.
he won
not
any
true.
ball against them.
That's
He was bad.
He did
It was a
not.
no-show. It was bad,
No. It wasn't bad because it was a no show.
Yes.
You know
No,
when
it's
person they don't even see you.
Bro.
So they don't
I
talk,
think
say you make mistake.
you can't say it was bad. The whole team
Because
was
he
bad.
no show.
The whole team was bad. You can't say you can't.
His debut.
How many
Tell me
times?
one play where
How many
your
times-
career they involved in
How
for
many
that full
times?
game.
How many times did Arsenal striker or midfielders actively played the ball to him?
Hey, no show now. Now the same thing. Now
They
you say it's
didn't
not
play
true.
the ball to
Hey,
him.
no show now.
No, hold on.
Say they don't play the ball to him.
They-
No me saying show.
Let's
progress
progress.
scores twice this weekend, by the way.
Against Leeds.
Yeah.
Because now Leeds now.
Leeds,
It was
Because say those one will come play now. They want to play on the
Anytime
front
goal
foot.
scorer.
So now you go start part.
Eh,
They go score 4-5 goals. You go your chorus.
Anytime
You
goal
go do like-
scorer.
go do like this.
Anytime goal scorer
Ah,
at
get out.
Anfield
Ini,
in 2 weeks.
You talk too much. You talk too much.
Anytime goal scorer at Anfield in 2 weeks.
You need to target all those way the
In 2
defense they
weeks.
poor small.
Anfield in 2 weeks. We play a Liverpool at Anfield. Anytime goal scorer at Anfield, stake your money and sleep outside.
Take your house and sleep outside. Your house rent and sleep outside. Anfield.
What if I lose at Anfield? When you see me, slap me.
Okay.
Now, like, we don't slap you. Talk about that
The senior man. Talk about that one. You know, officer, you have 2 phones. Who one?
You know we make it slap you.
You know they slap senior man. You have 2 phones. Put one phone.
Arsenal
You dey touch
haven't
one way
lost.
they don't go fit do.
Arsenal
Young
haven't
man,
lost to
leave
the
it.
tradition. I don't get money.
You say when they slap you, you go slap senior
Arsenal
man.
haven't lost to the traditional top 6 in 22
Please,
games.
moving on. Moving on.
Liverpool
But those people have one titles.
cannot beat Arsenal.
Please,
But
moving on.
those top that top 6, eh? Arsenal.
Once that game end, for Anfield, they'll give people
it
medals.
is impossible.
Once that game finish for
Have you beat-
Anfield, they go push stage.
you had better teams. You cannot beat Arsenal.
moving on.
Hold on. Those top 6 where you never lose to. Liverpool don't win.
Ezemo.
Man City don't win trophy. Man, you don't win. Newcastle don't win. Everybody don't win.
Tottenham
Arsenal don't win.
The reason I was not winning
What's
at
the
Anfield,
problem?
I was not winning at Anfield is because I don't get attacking players. I now have your Yokeres and I now have Eze. I will come to Anfield and beat you. You will see.
Okay.
I will beat you. You will see.
I love the confidence.
You know what? I want us to.
I have to be Mendy.
He don't do.
Conductor.
This man, you talk too much.
Hey, God.
I want us
will kill these people.
to.
I will kill these people.
Now, ball like up there.
Be there.
May Almighty God,
See.
please deliver Arsenal.
You know
Right.
one thing.
If you not
Arsenal
go
will
trophyless.
deliver. No worry.
They won't.
So, so match day 2, right? I'm looking at the fixture and I just think that it's important to make some predictions for the season, right? So when the season doesn't start, you don't have much to work with.
Yeah.
But let's talk about expectations and things like that, right? I want to start with Man United. Tosin is here. I think we're gonna agree. Because the question I was asking myself is, which clubs have, before the transfer window, you have an idea of what a club is. Which clubs have made themselves stronger after the transfer window? I think United is certainly one of them.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, def.
I think Chelsea. What would you say about? We'll touch
We
Chelsea
have,
in a
we
bit.
have,
Yeah.
we have. It's
So-
just that
I want to ask,
Spanner
what
in the
is
works.
United's? What is the lowest expectation for United? They play one game every week
Yeah.
this season.
Yeah.
Yes.
You brought in 3 players who, top players. And it's not yet done. I hear something might happen. It's not sure, but
Yes.
what's the expectation for United?
Top
this season?
4. I think if it doesn't get us to top 4, it can leave. And I'm not part of those people that believe in process or take your time, wait for 7 seasons, nothing. I'm not doing that. And that is how you reduce your standard as a big club. You see AC Milan, they can finish any position and nobody cares. From a team that was winning Champions Leagues, winning La Liga, Serie A. So the more we reduce our standards, the more people think they can come and comfortably finish 15th and think there is no consequence for that. So I think that top 4 or nothing. I don't care if Liverpool, like they buy Messiah, anybody. We must get that top 4. We've gotten Cunha, we've gotten Mbeumo, but the only problem I would have with this coach is that if it doesn't demand for a goalkeeper, which means you are telling me that you are comfortable.
You said it already.
With Onana. So I don't care if Onana you should carry ball and put it inside the net. It is on you.
Yeah.
So get me top 4 or nothing.
Right.
If he doesn't get top 4, he should be sacked. I'm not.
What I always like to say when you speak about expectations.
Yes.
Is, in boxing they say everybody has a strategy until you get hit in the face. Right. Now in football terms, you've done your transfer strategy. You've done a great window.
Yes.
But everybody has done great windows as well. Right. So I always juxtapose your expectations to the other teams, right? To the reality on ground.
Yes,
Exactly.
The reality on ground is that United's team is not better than Liverpool's team.
It's not better.
Yeah.
But we are playing lesser games.
Yeah.
So you have to look at that. We play once every week. Liverpool will have to play Champions League.
Right.
Now that they have to play, is it 6 games or 8 games? Sorry.
The question you have to ask is, do they have the squad to play?
Yeah.
Liverpool. They do.
So Javier is on his way out.
So the point is that even though they're playing 2 games a week, they have the depth to play those 2 games a week.
It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Right.
We've got I do not care. If I even compare it now, you could actually pick Cunha and Mbeumo over some attackers in this Chelsea, the people that finished top 4. You can pick them ahead of those players. We've actually done well. And for the fact that I keep saying it, we're playing once every week. You can have the likes of Zexi on the bench. You can have the likes of Ahmad on the bench. You can bring in Mount from the bench. You can bring in Kobe Menu from the bench. You can bring in Maguire from the bench. You have a good bench. So there is no excuse.
How much of an advantage is that? Just one word answers. Is that a fundamental advantage?
Play one game a week. Yes.
No, it's a big advantage.
It is for a big club.
It helped Chelsea now. They
won the title.
When they finished 12th.
No, when they won the title with Conte.
Conte, 2017.
No, I'm even talking about recent, when you finished 12th with Potter.
No, we finished 12th in the league now.
Yes, but you didn't play.
It didn't help us in the league. He didn't help us in the league. He helped us.
No, I'm saying the next season. The following season.
No. We haven't won. The last time we won the league is in 2017.
No, I'm not even talking about winning league. Now I'm talking about top 4. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, right.
I think they went to Conference League next, Abi.
When Potter left, Tuchel came in, right?
No.
Sorry, Lampard came in.
Okay, yes.
Lampard came in briefly, and then
Yes.
Right. So United top 4. One word. What do you think?
I think it's unrealistic.
Right.
Unrealistic because I think United are going to have a very good season. Barring injuries to some of their better players, I think United are going to have a very good season because clearly it can't get worse than last season. It can't get worse than that. And they've signed some really good players, really experienced Premier League quality players because that's what you need. But the squad depth is something that worries me a little bit because you have quality, you have 11. In that game against Arsenal, as I was looking at there, Šeško was only making his debut. He was coming off the bench. If he was not making his debut, he would have been starting. So he would have been on the pitch. So you worry about what do they have off the bench.
Exactly.
Because that's what Liverpool, Man City, them Chelsea, that's why what they have over them. You can even mention Arsenal now because. So
you are saying your bench is better than mine?
It's going to be better.
It's not. Even if you bring in Eze, it's not.
It's going to be better.
If you call the players on your bench and I call the players on my bench, it's on paper we are better.
No. The point is the point is if you start Eze, for instance, on say left hand side.
So are you saying Martinelli is better than Ahmad on the bench?
Martinelli off the bench.
Martinelli is not better than Ahmad.
No.
Off the bench?
No. You pick Martinelli over Ahmad.
Martinelli, of course, bench.
Because Martinelli has done more in the Premier League.
He has done
just
more
because he has
done.
done more in the Premier League.
Oh my God.
I'm not saying like individual
apart from
player.
that-
I don't know about
Quality-wise,
talents.
Yeah, apart from that,
But Martinelli has done more. in the Premier League.
Martinelli,
There's no
Martinelli
planet you can
off the
compare
bench
Martinelli and Ahmad.
to in the 70th minute, weary defenders, he can stretch. that
Ahmad
defense.
won us
Right.
against
He can.
Manchester
I
City
want
from
us
the
to-
bench now.
so
So
in
I cannot remember.
There's Madueke off the bench too.
Hold on, Ini.
There's
Ini.
Madueke off the bench too.
Zegzi is better than Madueke.
That Zegzi is still on fraud watch.
It's not.
Because he has not produced.
Yeah,
Now the
Zegzi-
only thing in his season now is
Our
that nutmeg
bench
to
is better
Saliba.
than
Now they
National
compare
bench.
player we never scored 10
What-
goals in the Premier
what I-
League season with Martinelli. We don't score 16 in one season until he scores 16
May
goals in
score
one
McGinn, may
season.
score
Exactly.
McGinn.
You cannot compare those
Exactly,
players.
that's what
You
I'm
have
Ahmad is
not
so
done
much
it.
better
Relax
than
now.
Martinelli
Martinelli.
had a very poor season last
Sinoma,
season.
we believe
Still
you
had
now.
8.
We already believe you.
Eight
Don't
goals.
need-
How many goals Ahmad scored 8.
So let me tell you
Relax.
something.
Okay.
So
If you
Martinelli
insist.
scored that trick in the Premier League before.
Huh?
Has he scored that trick in the Premier
What
League
was
before?
Where he
That's
wants
what
to
I'm
see him
doing
score?
now.
Is that what we're doing?
Where he wants to see him
That's what
score?
No, I'm saying
You see, it's a slippery slope. You get, when you go, when you go some,
These women are criminal.
when you go some trajectory,
are criminal.
you say he scored 16. You cannot compare.
No, you cannot
from now
compare.
to tomorrow, we wait for him to compare. No. The point is, for example, right? There was a time Hojlund scored 7 goals in the Premier League straight, consecutive.
Ooh.
Hojlund.
Okay.
There's a time he scored 7 consecutive games in the Premier
In
League.
the Premier League?
Yes. Right. December 2023. Right. So the point I'm trying to make is
Hojlund.
that those stats.
Yeah, you will try to
I became say
remember.
that.
You can
do like this.
you can check this
say that
out.
all-
Right?
Wait, he even get 7 goals for Man U.
His first season he scored 16. First season he scored 16 on competitions, right? But the point is this: like those stats are there. We have to on this table, for example.
It's not deceptive. In one season, if you do 16 goals in the Premier
Relax.
League in one season,
Relax.
He's a very, very good. For a
See,
winger.
But I'm talking
For a
about
winger.
now. We forget
Now,
past.
Nicole.
Yes.
Because if you talk about past,
We hear that
people
we're talking
compare
about
with
now.
Ahmad has not
now.
even scored
If you are
10.
bringing someone from
No,
the
we're talking.
bench,
It's not scoring
you are
goals.
bringing
Their
known,
quality.
known impact maker.
Yes, which is
You
Ahmad.
pick Martinelli over.
You pick Ahmad.
Martinelli,
Oh my
see,
God.
that thing that Martinelli is looking for on the ground. I hope he finds it. That thing is looking for on the ground, on the floor. I hope he
Because
finds it.
raise your head, Oga.
Don't worry, the cheap rates will help him.
No, wala.
Okay.
Let's pick up the pace, right? I think United's target should be finishing in the top 6.
Top 6, of course.
You know,
I think that's
because
very
because
realistic.
I think you're not better than Man. So the way I always say it is this: the top 4 slots, right, is what you call an aberration, right? It's 2 slots are taken already. Liverpool, Man City will be in the top 4,
of
right?
course.
So effectively, there are only 2 slots up for grabs.
You know,
The way they
Arsenal.
insult the disrespect.
Okay,
I
what
think
about
three.
the
I think
season
that's
that
three.
Ten Hag
Arsenal,
came? Wait, let me
Liverpool
say it.
made top
The
four.
season
That's
that
how
Ten
it
Hag,
has
no,
gone.
the season.
Arsenal, Liverpool.
See,
made
the
top
first
four.
season that Ten Hag came, nobody picked Manchester United to make top 4,
Yes.
and we finished 3rd that
Yep.
season. Even under Ole, we are not on that.
second.
If you
But
compare,
you see the insult
if you
this Ten
compare,
Hag.
I beg that one no be played.
I saw they
If
lost
you
4-0
compare-
recently again.
Yes, now I said
They lost 4-0 again. After the 5.
No, you can't blame
If
me.
you
don't lose
compare the
players.
team
Ah,
that
you
time
don't
when
lose
Ole
players.
was
players.
when we're
As in-
finishing second, if you compare the team with other teams, you can actually pick other teams ahead of us. I don't think it's an excuse that Chelsea
Right.
has this one that finish top 4. That's all I want.
Right,
If not,
right.
I'm not going to reduce my standard. Top 4 is even reducing my standard.
Right.
As a Manchester
So maybe they
United
don't win
fan.
league.
Eh?
They
No,
don't win.
I'm saying no.
If you leave Tosin,
Bro,
You go snatch league like that.
after game on
you
Sunday,
need Tosin land for Old
I
Trafford.
I go Twitter. I see one Man U space. I join anonymously. The way I laughing. Person say, we can go for this league. I say which league? I wanted to request
Like
that.
culture league.
No, but top 4 is realistic. But if you want to be delusional,
Right.
you can go the
So that's Chelsea, right? I watched Chelsea's first game. Crystal Palace are a very tough team. So
Yeah, of course.
a lot of people would not take points, from Palace this season.
I
right?
agree.
I think it's one
I
of the
will
best
play their
managers.
struggle. Now is it all go?
I think he's one of the best managers around. Oliver Glasgow,
Yes,
right?
top guy.
I think he's as good as anybody. Honestly, the only people
good
that can,
manager.
of course, Pep and Slots have won titles, so they're above him. But in terms of, I saw a stats that in the last 10 games they've played top 6, something like that.
Haven't lost.
Hello.
They've
Don't-
not
don't
lost. They've
play
not
around-
lost one game in the last 10.
Don't play around
And they
with
played Liverpool, they played Man City, they
Arsenal.
played Chelsea, they played Arsenal.
Aston
They have
Villa.
not lost
United.
one.
Don't play around with the
They're
Glasner.
a very good team.
The guy is solid.
The way that they
No,
chase
you
Cole
see
Palmer
that
up
they are
and
well
down.
coached.
Exactly.
Well coached.
They put this young Brazilian Esteban out. They begin double the guy. Somebody say, Baba, he just come now. Make una don't- This one I don't they double on them. 2 players.
Yeah.
Make una leave him small.
He's such a
So-
really good manager.
So Chelsea, where did Chelsea finish?
I think Chelsea will finish in the
Top
top 1.
four,
And I genuinely feel like Chelsea will contest for this title.
I don't know.
I think they will contest very well for this
See,
title.
their
You know the reason I don't
defense,
know?
their
Leave it
defense
there.
cannot
We
win
need to
titles.
speed up. Yeah.
Speed up. Yeah,
Their
the reason I don't
defense
know
cannot win
is
titles.
the reason I don't know is the Colwill injury.
Yeah.
And it's not because Colwill is the best defender in the world or
Yeah.
Fana is the best defender, but they were really there was a unit that was being
Yeah,
built
exactly.
in
With
terms of
him.
like
With him.
we're not conceding like we used to. They now
And
know that
Maresca-
okay.
Maresca talked about building with him. You know,
Yeah.
he's the guy who
Exactly,
steps into the midfield and can play
and
really
and we
well.
played some of the most difficult games
Yeah.
in the towards the end of last season. So the defense was really
You
good.
play on difficult.
Where-
Some
where-
people play that one early.
Well, yeah, even this season, right? The running for Chelsea again is crazy.
Oh,
in the last
wow.
8 or 10, we're going to play Arsenal, we're going to play United, we're going to play. I think Brighton.
So as I
Newcastle.
give you easy
So-
game for beginning, win
so-
stack points.
No, I agree. No, me, I'm not. The running being difficult,
Stack
I don't have a
because you will
problem.
lose a lot of
no,
them.
no. The running being difficult, I don't have a problem with it. If you are going to win the league, you beat everybody.
Yeah, of
I don't
course.
have a
Yes,
problem
of
with it
course.
at all.
Yeah.
I know, I agree.
I
with
love
that.
it like
I
that.
love the mentality.
So it's because of that injury. It's more so the uncertainty that the injury caused.
But
Oh,
Joe
now
had to.
he's going to bring in Maresca going in presence. I need a centre
But
back.
you signed Hato.
For me, it's a problem. I mean, whether you like it or not, Hato is 19. His first season in the Premier League. He's coming from the Dutch league. You are not going to put your entire season campaign
Yeah,
And
on
Fofana is
him in
deleting your
19 years.
pictures.
you know,
from his
all the
page.
experience
Oh,
that.
Fofana is not a serious
He
player.
deleted Chelsea pictures.
You understand?
from his
He's-
Oh, really?
page.
Back from
Yes,
injury.
he did.
My brother.
Yeah,
Yes.
everything about Chelsea.
Everything about
Everything.
Chelsea. And he left
See,
Leicester.
Even boys
Why-
still
why
collect
would he-
salary.
I don't care, bro. My brother, I do not care. One thing I
No,
know.
something is happening there.
No,
You should care.
There is nothing happening.
Something
One
is
I
happening
can
there.
This will be like
Well,
if
you insist.
you see, something's happening
Yeah,
there.
something-
But something is happening
If
there.
you-
But it's true because he left.
The one I
Leicester
know is that
pictures.
there is no problem. I know very
Daily
well.
God, no say there's no
Relax.
problem in London.
I know very. How you tell no say problem? They don't be say
Hey,
Lagos.
but
Me
you are
and you
deleting
dey.
things up and down.
One thing I know for a
But
fact.
this
One
player
thing I
dey
know for a
wicked.
fact is that if there's a problem, he's gone tomorrow. That's one thing I know for a fact.
Fantastic. So Chelsea, I think Chelsea have the potential. What I saw in the game against PSG showed me a team
know,
that
that
is
was
ready to. The tactical culture is set, and
Simons is coming.
for me,
Na so na the
And
top-
Garnacho.
no,
Xavi Simons.
and Ghana-
Please, God, intervene.
Thank you for that job. That's a good job.
Let them go and get me Rodrigo on loan.
No. Garnacho,
Leave that Garnacho.
Garnacho is top players. Have the high ceiling.
But I don't have a problem.
No, be only ceiling. You don't know roof.
The reason I don't have a problem is that it's coming to be part. Is a cog? It's going to be a part of
But
the
the manager
machine.
will slap him if he
You know,
doesn't
yes,
behave.
now. There are boys that will beat him. Rich James will hold him by the neck.
I want to touch on Liverpool. Will Liverpool win the league this season, or what's the obviously when you're defending champions, your ambition is to win it again.
Too many
Yeah,
cracks.
yeah,
Too many
so-
cracks in
so-
that defense.
You shot your own crack.
Too many cracks.
So
Okay,
One
please
man
go.
would have easily scored 4.
I
They
became
will not
please
score
go.
that.
You talk too much, this man.
What
Oh
did they
God.
look up?
I'm winding him up.
I think it's very unfair to win the league and still go ahead to buy more players.
Very unfair.
Unfair to teams like United, you know.
I know what I ask you.
That's what I'm
Where
saying.
do you see Liverpool finishing?
I think they'll retain the league. I think that they have the best squad in the league. I think they are more settled and they have players with better mentality. So
Just to quickly add to what I
they
became
should
saying.
be able to win it.
I'm not sure about retaining the league, but I think Liverpool will be top 2. That said,
Right.
that said, in an interesting turn of events, Arsenal seem they are now the club with the strongest, with the best opportunity of winning the league.
But we did win it.
They have a squad. They have a squad that is more balanced than any of their competitors. They have a squad. You have at least 2 players. Your guy bought another centre back this same week. You have Noga.
Christian Mosquera.
You have Noga. He has not played again.
Now, what? If Saliba gets injured now, I am not bothered.
No problem. You have no problem. Now you have Noga.
That's why I say Arteta.
Give your and not left.
That's why I say Arteta.
Bro, give your and not left.
Arteta should be pulled in.
So
if he doesn't win,
in an interesting turn of events, Arsenal have to win the league.
Yeah.
They are the team with the strongest, the most balanced. They have to.
Right.
So now
excuses.
we're putting the pass.
Right.
Once they don't win it,
hey God, Arteta.
Who they have again?
No, like Ethan Nwaneri can come.
Oh yes, yes,
exactly.
very, yeah.
Skelly, what a player
Yeah,
as well.
Calafiori on that.
Calafiori.
Yeah.
Don't go to the
The
Premier
model.
League.
If you
They
think
have
about
players
it,
everywhere now.
I hear that.
Then why they have Timber?
They have players everywhere now.
I hear that
They
the
have
Paris
players
Fashion Week
everywhere.
happens around April to May.
You'll be there.
You'll be there.
No man, Leao still dey come.
What a man.
Leao still dey come.
Leao still dey come.
Who needs that on serious person? My club don't need. Keep
And then
Martinelli
Gabriel
there.
Jesus too. That will come back from injury.
I see Arsenal don't renew.
Una dey stack now.
Yes, and they
Una
renew
have renewed Trossard too.
Wow.
Una dey
I
stack.
think they want to sell him.
No, you will win the league.
I think they want to sell him. You know when club,
No, not only
They
they didn't
win
give him a longer deal. They increased his salary,
Bro.
So the deal is the same
I think they
duration.
want to sell
They
him.
want to sell him.
No,
That's
but
what
why
it
You
is.
want to sell him and you're giving him a higher salary.
They want to sell him.
If they lose against
No,
Leeds,
then that's
Arsenal fans will
counterproductive.
lose their mind.
Let's just do. I think we pretty much figure out where everybody thinks everybody should
Rafael
finish.
Leao.
Right.
That come
Right.
smiling nonsense when ball is serious.
Right. Any observations from Spain?
Just a quick observation from Spain. I think that it will be very unfair if Alonso doesn't bring Rodrigo back into that team. You know why? I saw a clip. You know, we talked about Vinicius the last time, where Mbappe picked up the ball, drifted to the left, and Vinicius stood.
Oh, really?
Did you see?
No, I'm not saying.
Mbappe picked up the ball. It was close to the left, so he picked up the ball and then turned.
It was tilt.
Yeah, and then moved towards where Vinny was.
Where he should be going.
Yeah, Vinny was on the touchline. There was a defender on him. Any average footballer knows that if your striker picks up the ball that way, coming towards you, if you make a run, you take that defender with you. Vinny stopped. He was standing
That's the way
stationary.
we want to do.
He was looking almost as if they look Mbappe say, that's the way you want to do from here.
That's the one I don't that time.
You understand? Almost as if they look Mbappe say, oh yeah now, Chebi, they don't give you ball. Oh yeah, do am. Instead, they look Mbappe like Mbappe ran through his front. There were about 4 or 5 defenders around him, ran, and then I think he lost the ball.
Yeah.
Any average baller knows that if I make a run there, not only do I drag the defender with me,
Right.
I can also understand that the central position is now empty.
Yeah.
But Vinicius, so in my opinion, I feel like at least you have to give Rodrigo a look in.
Was really poor. You know, I'm just
Yeah.
The producer.
At least you have to give Rodrigo a look in.
The clip,
It's really bad.
Right. So,
Really bad.
So more problems.
Wow.
I think Alonso will have to sort out a lot of problems at Madrid
he would have
before he gets going. That's why I don't. I don't. Tosin
gonna
is very pro. If Amorim doesn't make it now, you fire him. I would be more concerned about how the team is competing in the games. Right.
Yeah.
I think that to build something, you have to allow
Even more so
you have to
now.
allow set, you have to
Yeah,
allow
even
stability.
more
to
so
build.
now.
I agree.
Even
I agree
more
with
so
that.
now. So I think that again, I tell people, look at what Alonso is going to face at Madrid. That's exactly because
He's going to struggle.
the team
It's too obvious.
don't have a tactical culture.
He's going to struggle.
You get. They lost tactical culture. So what it's going to bring first? It's not about the star players.
Yeah,
it's going
it's
to
the
bring
culture
back
first.
culture first. Like this is how we run for the team. So when you now that's phase 1 of the struggle. When he passes that stage, you now say, okay, let's talk about players in position.
Okay, but do you think Real Madrid will give him that time?
Oh no, they won't. No, they won't. They
Or
won't.
this first game said they don't para for him.
Yeah.
get-
That was a very
They
terrible
won't-
game.
You
But-
have
but-
to
but
have
like-
high
Like-
standard.
like-
as a
But you
club.
know, but you know
Very
what?
boring
But you know
game.
why it works very well at Real Madrid, right? Only 2 teams win the league there. Right.
Yes.
So second is seen as failure. Right? If Amorim finish second, we'll carry him on his our back.
Yes,
If we do Paris, if we do open ball stop, you finish second. You get. So it's different in Spain, right? And Real Madrid have won too much. They have a buffer. You get.
Yeah.
Now they don't have a buffer anymore, so you have to sort of rebuild it. Anyway, there is that. Anything you want to talk about when you walked into the studio today? Anything you say, I'll speak about on the podcast today. Is there something you would have loved to speak about?
I've not thought about it. It's just give me time.
Right. Anything you would have loved to talk about? Or do we go into the predictions?
Yeah, I like to talk about Aston Villa, and I saw them on against Newcastle over the weekend. I was really frustrated with them. I thought, because they're always one of those teams that I look at and say they give anybody a game in war football.
Jackson might be on his way there.
On their day, they give anybody a game because of Unai Emery, the way he sets his teams up, but they've lost a couple of players now. I thought that. Jacob Ramsey, I think they have this PSR thing going on where they have to sell. They had to sell Jacob Ramsey.
Is gone already.
He's gone. He's at Newcastle already.
I think the PSR, right, over the next couple of windows has to be relaxed, right, to allow some clubs evolve.
Now, why
You
Chelsea
understand?
now?
Right?
We'll pay fine,
You
we'll
understand?
not worry.
Because right now, what we've witnessed is that in a year where Aston Villa should take another step forward.
Yeah, they
right?
cannot.
They cannot do it.
They cannot
Newcastle want to take a step forward. They cannot make a step forward.
Yes.
Right?
Leon Bailey.
Who else? Who else did really well last year? Bournemouth, for example, want to make a step forward. They can't make a step forward. Fulham as well.
Nottingham Forest are signing too.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
For signing a lot.
They are signing a lot of players. I don't know.
Somebody United allowed
They bought Douglas Luiz
Luiz
now.
to go to
And you need CMs.
and we need Santa Lucia.
So I think that
Wow.
with Villa, I don't know what's going on because the PSR usually is supposed to be like you can go over 100 million in 3 years. I think it's something like that. Maybe if they need to come and learn one or two from the Chelsea men, teach them how to move numbers around and buy the players.
I have my reservation about this Chelsea situation. I don't want to say it. If I say it, I'll be in a lot of trouble.
Please say it.
Right.
I don't want to be in a lot of trouble. Please.
Let's-
About my wife and my daughter. So
Let's wrap it up with the predictions. Friday night, right? West Ham Chelsea. Let's start with you, Tosin.
I think they will win, but I tipped them
Who are
winning
they?
Crystal
West Ham?
Palace. No, Chelsea. It's Chelsea. And West Ham was very poor. They lost against Sunderland that just got promoted to the league.
Graham
And-
Potter.
But the thing is that Chelsea, they
Thank
don't.
God for
But
Ineos.
if you
They're not
see
already
the
signing.
history, I don't think Chelsea really has like good this thing there at West Ham. I think
Record.
they-
Good
yes,
record. No, we're beating them very well now. Last season we beat them very well.
Okay, at their stadium. So, but I think Chelsea,
Yeah,
for the
record
fact
on
that they were goalless the first game, I don't think they will lose the second.
By the way, did anybody
I
see
see them winning it.
see them winning? Right.
Yeah,
I just had to
straight
let you
win.
finish that. Did anybody see that atrocious penalty against Everton?
Who is
The
that?
Leeds Everton.
Oh
Leeds
yeah,
game.
the penalty. I don't.
No,
think
I didn't see it.
I don't think it was
Which one?
atrocious.
Which
I think it was. I think
I don't
the game
think
on Monday night.
I saw
I
it.
think
I
it was
saw
well
I
deserved,
I
yeah.
don't-
No, it was
I
well
think so,
deserved. I
because
saw
he
the game.
moved-
I saw the
he
game.
moved
his
The
arm
hand,
when-
he
when
moved
he
it. Even when
leaned
he
towards
Yeah,
the ball.
yeah.
His hand was in a natural
Yes,
position.
I watched
you
it.
now
Yes,
lean-
but you now
leans towards the
moved
ball.
it.
Yes.
Because-
Oh my God.
No,
Yes.
but
Yes, now that's the rule now.
When we talk about the rule about making your body bigger,
I believe it's not a penalty.
It's not penalty.
No, it's not a penalty then.
At least make
No.
it 2-2.
No.
It's not-
See, he kept, obviously,
You are buying favors early. We know we all need it on this table.
Yeah, yes, sir.
As-
so the ball
My
was-
reward is in front.
It's a coalition.
But he
so
moved
the
it.
ball was shot at him.
Yes.
Favor
and
investment.
he leant.
Yes.
So when you lean,
Yes.
it's almost
Yes.
making your body bigger, even though your hand is in a natural
I hear it.
position.
I hear it. After all is said,
Yeah.
it's not a penalty.
It's not penalty. But if you insist.
But if you insist,
All right. I think it'll be a big game this weekend. Man City Tottenham.
yeah. Man City Tottenham, I think that's a very good one.
Relax.
Yeah, no, the
Relax,
big game, no, the
relax
big game,
now.
The big game is actually Newcastle Liverpool, but I think that Man City
No, Man City
Tottenham
to be very
is going to be a
Relax.
blockbuster.
You don't know, say Liverpool could beat Newcastle. Liverpool could beat Newcastle. That's not what I'm saying. But Man City Tottenham is always a traditionally big. Like they trouble, they always do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Mohamed Kudus. Do you have something for me?
No, I was genuinely scared.
It's not you I'm asking now. It's Tosin I'm asking. Oh my
man.
God.
No vex, I don't care. My body dey pepper
You said
man.
what?
Right.
Sorry.
You go start your own
Tottenham.
podcast soon. And only you go did there.
I think it will be a draw.
Right.
And the thing is happening at 10. I think Tottenham Hotspur.
Man City, Man City.
Oh, Man City. So
Yeah.
I think a draw for the game or Manchester City to win.
Right. You the guide.
Yeah.
Nice guiding.
Because both teams, if you see what Thomas Frank is doing with these Spurs, they look very different.
just one
they
game.
look
You know
more
what I mean?
coached. No, they've played. It's not just one one game now. They've played Super Cup too now.
We go soon see. I'm no worry.
So I think a draw, and even Pep is just quiet, looking at everybody. doing what they are
fly
doing.
under the radar.
Yes, now.
Yep.
When he begins to unleash.
Any ideas what happens in the Arsenal Leeds game? I think Arsenal beat Leeds.
Obviously.
No. If they don't beat Leeds, they should pack up the league campaign now.
Arsenal don't beat Leeds at least convincingly.
Yeah.
5-0.
They should
Something like that.
It's too much now. 3.
There's nothing convincing. Just win the game.
Yeah.
That's all right.
No. They lower the bar.
Yes.
No. You have to.
When you
You
start the
have to
season-
win
When
convincingly.
you start the season, it's not about champagne football.
But you guys
about
always
Nobody said champagne
See,
football.
for the last
so
3
when is it at the
seasons,
end?
they've always
No,
started the league very
So when
well.
exactly is
They've
champagne
started the
football?
league very well, and you guys were
When
playing
be
good
champagne football? When you go
Champagne
happen?
football is
You know, when-
champagne football is when you have gotten into the 10th game of the season, when you have garnered yourself a good momentum
trying
and
to-
points on board.
He's trying to reduce the expectation.
Baba.
I see what you're doing.
Leave it.
You want
Right.
to go and beat Leeds 5-0. How?
Your Newcastle
We'll still
Liverpool.
beat them
What do
5-0.
you think happens there?
I think it would be a shame if Liverpool wins Newcastle because they have to deal with them. You are coming to my home, and St. James's Park is not an easy place to go to.
Very difficult.
And for the fact that there is a situation
Yep.
there, they will be very hostile.
Yeah,
and
of course.
I don't think Newcastle should allow Liverpool come there and win them.
Yeah.
Can Liverpool do it? Maybe. But I think I expect Newcastle to try and kill anybody if possible. If I can use that word.
I think Liverpool will win 4-0.
Yeah.
Liverpool win 4-0. What do you think happens there?
I think Newcastle win or draw. I think Newcastle will not
Liverpool will
lose.
score at least 4 goals.
But it
Put
will
your
be
money
something
on
that
it.
Liverpool
Only
will deal
four.
with
We-
them.
we-
That's
we-
why
That's what I'm
I'm
saying now.
scared
That's what I'm
about
saying.
it.
Because I expect
So
those
Lindsay
Newcastle
did, yeah.
scallywags to go in there too emotional.
Yeah.
Liverpool will score at least 4.
That Elanga did Newcastle show, no.
Come on, you try that last game.
For that defense that is cracky like that,
Is that one concern you?
Anthony Gordon and Elanga will have that.
Yeah.
They'll have that defense.
Shebi Anthony
I saw
Gordon.
a
Shebi
picture
Anthony
of
Gordon
Van
and
Dijk was
Mbappe.
running this
Van
way.
Dijk.
Van
Shebi
Dijk was
Anthony Gordon
running.
and
Van Dijk.
Mbappe. No, that thing wasn't. No, that thing wasn't Van Dijk's fault.
Van Dijk, the wrong goal like this.
No, it was Konate.
Konate was going that
Van
way.
Dijk
All
had
of them-
someone
But
on
that
his
picture was
shoulder.
not complete.
Honestly,
picture
we
there,
don't say
they
that
chop am.
banter. He's sweet for banter.
I was watching the
But
game.
the guy
Where
had-
was Van Dijk?
No,
Where
Van
was
Dijk
he
had
running
somebody
to?
on his
That is
shoulder.
the who remove
It was
cause of Van
Konate that
Dijk.
was supposed to stop.
You know, say if they take cause
Okay, yeah. Newcastle.
Yeah, check out.
You sell Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm not
Oh,
buying
the
Frimpong.
matter,
No,
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 something
no.
else.
My brother.
Anthony Gordon will roast him.
Relax.
Jebi Gordon and Mbappe.
He will roast him.
Relax.
I beg.
Relax.
Come on for you.
Listen. How you take understand this Koso, this thing when you come a person here? How you take understand that banter?
I did on X now. They follow things.
No. How do you understand? Like, so you actually understand the say they
They
come on
play
Koso
game now.
for person head.
No,
Do you
not
play
game.
game?
It's just in what do they call them? If they use mouse now, no be put us off or
You dey play
or-
game?
No, I don't dey play game that much.
Oh, it's great. Okay, she understands it her own way.
Yes,
You understand it her own way. Because you baby, you know the entire.
He say mention 5 people like say Kvaratskhelia.
Who say Kvaratskhelia?
I'm very low.
I beg.
No, Tosin a different kind of thing.
Yeah, of course.
I will say mention 5 names of players. I say Benoit Asuekutu. Please come they go your parents.
Papa Bekasa.
Let's end it here. That thing within your mind, within my mind, that is the same thing within my mind. Just go home.
But why do people always think that there's something fishy fake?
Because there's something fishy.
Who teach you? How you
Because
take
there's
now?
something fishy.
But funny thing, man
You-
did not teach me how to do this thing
You-
of football.
No.
No, you can love football. It's okay.
We'll come to that, right? But you see, it be like make you day your baby on the phone. You just hear that PS2 sign with that time.
So what's going on?
What they say you want to see your friend? What's happening?
You get. I don't say you know live football. We say you get PS2 for house.
You play PS2 for
I
hours.
get PS2 for house. I go don't know. Sis.
You get.
What's happening?
But let's speak about your darling United at Fulham. I don't know if there are more must-win games than this one.
Eyes have not seen.
Like I don't
Ears
think
have not heard.
Nothing like you play
Nose
well.
has not smelt what
Nothing
we
like
do
you
to
play well.
Fulham. We will win that game convincingly. 3-0. Put your money correct score.
Where Moon is the
No,
odds?
eyes have
I've not seen.
Where Muniz the hot.
Which Muniz? We comfortably deal with
You don't know
Fulham.
Muniz
That
by
place
the
has
way.
always been our second home. We've always gone there. I remember when Garnacho won that game last minute. I remembered when this guy Bruno Fernandes won the game for us there. We go deal with them.
They say Garnacho said no to everybody, only Chelsea.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah, that guy said no to Bayern.
Let's break his heart last minute.
How about the fool?
Let's break his heart last
I said
minute.
Manchester United should hold on to that 50 million pounds.
Yeah, no, United should not.
They say Chelsea value him 25.
Pure profit.
You said they should not watch.
No, I
Not
said
reduce
you
that
hold-
50 million.
It's just
okay
on
now.
50K
It's the same thing
that
that
they put him for
it's the same thing I said when we were talking about Isak Liverpool.
Yes.
We know that Garnacho wants to come to us. And we know that Garnacho is ready to stay on the bench without playing.
yes.
We're not at any.
Manchester
in a
United are
World
not
Cup
big.
year.
They are
I'm ready.
earning
You can
50K.
put him on the bench. It's you and Garnacho's problem.
Yes, no, exactly.
Amorim is ready to reintegrate him.
No,
he
he's
said
not.
it.
No, not
he said it.
reintegrate. No,
But he
that
said
man
it.
now
If they don't find
Amorim.
the solution, if they don't find the solution, he
He's
welcome the
just
players
The
back.
interview, the interview, I'm missing and give you.
Namibia now.
The interview, I'm
But that's what he
missing
said
and
now.
give
He
you.
said,
He
Yes, now
won't.
he
But
said
he
it,
said-
but
He
he
will
will not.
so
We
deal
are not in
with
a rock, 25 million.
Garnacho. Ha.
Bro,
He will
if
so deal
those
with
players don't get
Garnacho.
sold,
They will not
he
get.
will reintegrate them.
He will not.
Somebody said they
will.
should
He will.
bring. Somebody said
That's
they
why
should.
He's a
Chelsea
young
are
player.
not
He's a young player. He will.
Somebody
young
said
player,
that
he
they
will.
should
So you
keep
have a young
Garnacho
player
and
who
bring him
can
in
help
Carabao
the team.
Cup 90 plus 5 minutes.
You know another reason why you can't put him on the bench?
You will deal with
No,
him.
you know another reason why you can't put him on the bench? You can't also put him on the bench. I think
Garnacho
FIFA
will
protects
not-
them.
No.
If you deliberately put him with the academy, he can go to FIFA and get an injunction
He
against United.
cannot do it.
He can actually.
No,
By law.
what's the precedent?
Let me look for.
That,
I know I
who
saw
is he
it.
going to
Wait,
start
no,
with?
no.
They'll tell you
No,
that you.
where's the
You
precedent?
can't
Wait,
now.
yeah, I know I saw it. Relax.
The precedent is not there.
You can't. I've not heard that.
Bro, where's the
you
precedent?
won't.
You understand? Precedent is not
We
there.
own you. We don't think you can come in ahead of this.
So that means
They'll tell
Rodrigo
you
to-
First of all, they're paying him his
Rodrigo-
wages.
Yes.
You
Rodrigo
understand?
will go cut like this with that too.
No,
Yes,
no.
now, do you
It's simple.
understand?
Is on the bench.
No,
And that
your
is the
contract doesn't say you have to be in the match day squad.
Yes.
You understand? The contract says we pay you your money when it's due. You can use the club facilities on things like that. You can use the club's training ground. They haven't
No,
broken any
depending
of
on
that.
what you sign. There are some people that will tell you that they want 60 minutes of every
Baba, no player puts. There are things like contracts is
It
go
depends on
go
the
clause
level
based
you
on
are
the player.
in now.
You understand?
Who is
Garnacho
to
is.
tell
You see
us
that
I want
Mikel,
to play this
Mikel
thing?
stuff where he said he went to the Olympics, where Conte told him he will not play.
Yeah.
If he goes to Olympics, he said he came back from the Olympics. He came back. The manager told him, "You can't play. You go and train with the kids." He said, "Okay, no problem. I'll go and train with the kids." He said, "Well, the results started going bad."
He said he wants to bring
He
it back. He
called
said
him.
no.
He said he
I know,
called him
so
one
this
day.
is from a guy. This is from a lawyer. I know I saw something like that. Deliberately sidelining Isak to ruin his career violates FIFA RSTP at Article 14. It's constructive dismissal, granting him just cause to terminate without sanctions, as in CAS 2020 A6950 FSCB versus I can't pronounce his name. It's a case. The guy cites him. Newcastle risks losing him for free plus damages if they isolate him punitively. Isak can file with FIFA's DRC, proving breach with evidence of isolation. His contract is for first team play, not reserves. He can exit cleanly.
Yes.
Clubs face serious consequences for soft taxes.
Yes.
So
on paper,
that's what I've said.
that's what it
Thank
is.
you.
What I've
Thank you.
asked is where is the precedent? You understand?
Yeah, just
so
cited
when
the
so
case, the person
no
cited
no
here.
that's
We might not know the player might not be a big name.
when until a player does it right,
Yes.
and the player is a star player, like the Bosman principle,
Yeah.
the Bosman rule. Until Bosman took it upon himself to, no, this is a precedent. So for me, again, Garnacho is less than 50k at United.
Yeah, it's 50K. Yeah.
50k, something like that. United can easily sit on the bench. Easily. You remember when PSG said they'll keep
They will
Mbappe,
tell you to
they'll
come
put
and
Mbappe on
train.
the
You
bench.
not enter the pitch.
They'll
So
just
what
tell
are
you,
you
no,
going to complain
Come
about?
and train. They haven't breached your contract. You
Yes.
understand? We'll play you in Carabao Cup game, 1 or 2 games like that. The World
You
Cup
bring
the World Cup
80
is next
minutes.
year. You want to go to the World Cup next year. So again, that's what's up. But Fulham, you beat Fulham 3-0 convincingly. Yeah. Right. I'll turn on my post notification on your page
Thank you.
to make sure that
to celebrate it.
to see what happens. Right.
Yeah, thank you.
Right.
Once the game don't end, if United don't win, we don't say I'm
No, Tosin actually records. Tosin records. I'm sure that as the final there, Tosin not set.
See,
Don't
no,
on ring lights
once it's
down.
like 80 something minutes, I don't they set my ring light one side.
Right.
Then I'll be ready.
That means
Yeah.
they watch match outside your house.
No, sometimes I do. If I watch outside, before when I used to watch outside, I used to shoot in the restroom. after the game. Yes.
Depending on where you did.
I
If
honestly
I go
think-
to a lounge,
That hostel
Yeah.
is real.
I think that
So you don't
Tosin.
try View Center before? Viewing Center.
No, what should we go with?
not viewing center, but like the lounge I used to watch, a lot of people used to come there, and I've heard a lot of outrageous things. One, I think I've said it before that somebody almost slapped me. A guy, a Chelsea fan,
Yeah.
the usual culprit. Sorry,
They play.
because it was the FA Cup game we won against Liverpool. That Ahmad scored the last minute
semi-final.
goal. Yeah, so the what's it called? The guy they played Leicester 2-2. I cannot remember what happened. If you are going to watch this, stay or you leave. So he sat down. He was telling his friend, "This Manchester United they go lose today. I hate this club. This one, that one." So when McTominay scored the first goal, we all screamed. Me, I'm
Yeah.
a very passionate person, so I
Yeah.
shouted. A lot of guys behind me were even screaming more.
Yeah.
He just turned and looked at me. He said, "Better reduce your voice. You dey shout for my ear." I said, "I cannot celebrate my team goal again." He now said, "I go slap me there. He has woman at home. This one, that one." I'm like,
He's not a football fan.
Do you
He should be
understand?
ashamed of himself.
He was so angry that I'm celebrating. Then when he
Can I
started
not
saying that,
celebrate my
those
goal,
guys
bro?
started shouting
Wait,
more.
what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And they were now telling me later that they were just waiting for him to try nonsense.
Yeah,
that they would
of
have
course.
dealt
Ain't go
with him.
beat
Of
down.
course.
Oh.
If for trying yourself
Ain't
first,
Do you
go beat
understand?
you, bro.
You know.
Go viewing center where we can't watch ball.
you know,
You dey complain
You
when
can't
you
be
dey
punished.
celebrate.
you can't
Why
even,
not
no,
go
as,
home?
aside that self, you can't want to do one with babe.
Big.
You understand? You
Viewing center where they go, they drum like this. They go.
as long as they don't touch you,
They don't touch you.
they don't touch you.
It's not even
mouth,
your
oh.
team.
Me, how they always talk.
I'm
am.
not playing your team. When we say,
Whatever
"Oh,
you
you say I
do.
said something bad
Exactly,
about
yeah.
your team."
Bro, in
I
the other
only
year,
celebrated.
they go. You go. They leave viewing center like this. Boys go carry plastic.
They drum beside you.
They drum.
Yeah,
They follow
yeah.
you. You will not do anything.
Nothing will happen.
Now,
So
people will
I don't
not
even
watch.
talk to
You
the
know,
guys. He didn't have the
When
mind.
we lose our own,
he
match,
apologize?
you do your own.
You do your
No,
own.
he did
Yeah.
not.
No, of
He's
course.
a useless person.
So,
I just
I think that in this there is a phase of content creation now with football supporters, club supporters, creating an incredible niche from the football club support. I think Tosin actually leads in that category.
Thank you.
So,
and also, sorry,
yeah.
let me add, because I used to watch YouTube a lot.
Right.
2019, that's when I consistently started watching Manchester United, 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
And Mark Goldbridge was the person I saw first.
Yep.
I used to watch him, United stand. Even when them Flex and KG, they went to create their own. My friends, they always know then.
Yeah.
After a game, they will say to us, we sit down 1 hour, I can stream like what they are saying. I had
Yep.
different channels. Even Arsenal, I know different YouTubers that I always enjoy when they are losing.
Yeah.
Obviously, not when they are winning.
Yeah.
So like
Robbie
when we
Lyle.
now lost 7-0,
Robbie Lyle,
that
top
was
guy.
what even made me, when we lost the 7-0, me too, I'm like, I can actually air because I was boiling inside.
Yeah.
So that's when it started. And
It is amazing actually, and you're doing excellently well.
So do you have
right?
a community?
Yeah,
No,
I do.
no.
I actually do.
No. He get
Is
village.
it on WhatsApp or on
Yeah,
Telegram?
my WhatsApp group
village.
is actually full.
know,
I'm trying to
sometimes
open, like, a
when we
Telegram.
lose games-
Anytime I post it, people always complain.
Our WhatsApp
that
group is
it's
full,
It's
right?
full, yeah.
I've been getting this nutheads, right, to open a WhatsApp group.
No,
right?
people would join, yeah.
Right.
Because
That's
the
it's
WhatsApp group
full-
is
it's
like
full-
1,025.
Right.
Yeah.
That's amazing, actually. Right. I come across your post and I'm like, supposed to argue in the comment section. I'm like,
I laugh. I laugh
I'm like, it's brilliant.
I laugh a lot.
Yes,
I laugh
yes,
a
brilliant.
lot.
yes,
You know,
Right.
last Sunday I was like, after Chelsea drew a game, you said something about nerves.
Yeah.
I was watching the Chelsea game. I'm like, my nerves was just. I was overwhelmed by nerves. I was so scared.
In the Chelsea,
Chelsea game.
No.
Thinking
Building
about
up to the Arsenal
your own,
game.
That's
Right.
how it is now.
So after the Chelsea game, I was like, Chelsea have drawn. The first thing I thought about is that Tosin is going to drop something. I was just waiting, and then you dropped it. I couldn't stop laughing.
But you know the funny thing is that what I look out for in content is there's banter, it's great, but I also look out for knowledge as well.
Yeah.
Justin actually knows that stuff. You know,
Yeah,
like
of course.
there are a lot of people, they don't. You can tell they really don't know they are leaning more on the banter side, but Tosin actually knows about United. United, she actually knows about that. So, I want to thank you very much indeed. We'll come to the end of it for coming. Those personal terms will still be discussed, and we'll see how that goes. Right?
Thank
Let's get Andre Butter in.
Let's
He's the man for the job now.
get the very brilliant Wilcox.
Sharp.
In the building for that and Bible. IBK, I want to thank you very much indeed, right?
Always a pleasure, my
yep,
brother.
Yep, for not letting Ini push you away from the entire show, right? Luckily, always a pleasure.
Yep.
And we're back on Monday mornings. We would drop the virtual episode. I think we've got a surprise on Friday if Rufai, plays ball. But thank you very much for coming through and spending time with us. We totally appreciate it. We love it. And thanks for your company. We'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
If you it's because we're borrowing fake. It's fake. No.
Give me 5 million.
You understand?
You know, the guys are like characters in a film. It's like a weekly TV show. I think the camaraderie between the guys, myself, Ini, IBK, Wale, of course, as well as Rufai, creates an interesting dynamic that I think the viewers certainly relate to.
CHP over the years has been a necessity, still is a necessity, at a time where everything feels fast and regurgitated.
Our cultural space was craving realness, heritage, and intention, and that is why I'm able to be myself on the podcast.
Oh yeah, now predict that now.
I've seen games like this.
We've been able to move with clarity to deliver something with restraint, depth, and timeless wit. And in many ways, we've been able to reset the standard to show what is possible from an African, cultural, and storytelling perspective.
In the first half,
I don't know the game that you watched, but in that first half, the team that looked like they were going to score the most was us.
For us, it's not punditry, it's artistry. There's a self-awareness to what we're doing. For us, we're driving our cultural nuances in every single conversation, and I think that's what we keep trying to do.
THP at Season 6 is a proof that when your product is sharp and your values are intact and your timing is intentional, you have a chance of building something that is authentic.
We're playing a different game, not one based on virality or chasing the algorithm, but one built on value.
We're not looking to scale at all costs. We're building substance, and we want that to scale over time.
After 6 solid years with the guys, I realized that we are not just a sports show that's entertaining, but an entertainment show that truly knows sport. I'm sure you know that already.
He just needs more oil. I go collect on 70,000. I said, this guy, he would never make it.
But all of this means nothing if no one is ready to receive it. And that's where you, the viewers, come in.
Thank you for allowing us to play our position and allowing our work to speak for itself.
So every now and then I go somewhere to different places and someone recognizes you, and that totally humbles me because of the fantastic community we've been able to build.
All of this is not enough without you guys.
Thank you and welcome.
Welcome to Season 6.